We do the same thing Encounter Roleplay does, just very much more American. You guys can find me here every Monday for the last several months and for the foreseeable future. You can also find me when Moldark is working at !Eeyore, because I am the Eeyore of Encounter Roleplay.
Indeed. It's not his fault. He just naturally always looks unhappy and slightly miserable. And yeah, Mike's been around for, like, if you guys want to see more Mike, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can check out on YouTube, which I can't !! YouTube because unfortunately Moldark is flying. He's probably holding the plane up in the air. The wheel is on.
With his magical powers.
Yeah, indeed. So, unfortunately, the commands won't be working tonight. That means Dungeon is not working tonight, but you guys can still get involved by having an absolute blast and donating down there. On the screen, look down. No, not on me. Look down. There you go. Oh, no, I'm sure you got it first time. You'll be fine. So yeah, there's loads of cool donations and stuff. And while you have a look at all those amazing things, I'm going to pass you over to my good friend Jay Talswell. Did I butcher that?
No, that's fine. Jay Talswell, that's me. I'm sitting down in here in Florida, saving my margaritas as the dinosaurs attack.
Nice.
And you can't find me anywhere other than here because I just kind of do things here. On Twitter, it's at Talswell, and looking forward to playing today. It's going to be a blast.
Indeed. Thank you very much for coming along. And also, finally, but certainly not least, we have the other non-American on stream, which is... I've just killed my camera. I don't know why I did that. Yeah, indeed.
That's all right. That's all right. Just make me have to rearrange all the cameras, Josh.
That's fine. I completely apologize.
Damn it, Josh.
So yeah, finally we have Madfish. Madfish, who are you to people who don't partake in Tavern Roleplay? And if you don't know what Tavern Roleplay is, go to encounterroleplay.com right now.
Yeah, I am a moderator in Encounter Roleplay. I've been playing Tenon and Tazar for several months now, and they're not dead yet. So I think I'm doing something right.
Sounds like an accomplishment.
Yeah. And I am there often.
Yeah.
Very often.
Indeed. Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm from Canada.
Indeed.
Not America.
It's like America.
Like America.
Oh, but not as much.
But better in every way. Okay. So yeah, we will be doing a like page 5 of my shit Will can't stream today. Pull a random idea from the book of stuff that I randomly throw down. I'm like, that'll be a good idea for a one shot. So welcome to Cluedo, which is a murder mystery set around a bakery. Cluedo, get it? It's beautiful. It's fun. Oh, I know.
Classic.
Take a moment. Take a moment.
Classic British.
Exactly, the most British of humour.
All right, guys, Matt's been Encounter Roleplay. Have a good night.
I get one pound, and then they shut the entire thing down, and that's all I get. So, you guys, I know for some people, we were supposed to have Finbar here tonight, but unfortunately Finbar is the worst. So, I understand that not everyone has fully fleshed out characters sorted, but it's a one-shot, and we'll discover it on the fly. But those of you who do, I believe, Mike, you've got a character all sorted for me.
I do have a character.
I'm putting you on the spot, so...
I do have a character sorted for you. His name is Onyx Darkly, and he is a halfling rogue. The end.
That is it.
Yep, that's all I got.
Are you playing... I'm pretty sure I've played with you, and you've been playing a halfling rogue before.
I have played several rogues in this channel. Whether it's been a halfling rogue, I don't know. I just sort of pulled this one out of my butt.
You played... That was the beginning of Garrett. Me and you played...
Oh, no, that was a tiefling rogue.
Oh, tiefling rogue, yeah. He was the worst.
He was the best.
He was the worst. So yeah, cool. So we have already Onyx Darkly, and we also have Jay. Jay, who are you playing today?
I pulled deep from my character vault with one of my sort of crazy creations. It is my wild magic sorcerer who's from down south. He is here to do a little bippity boppity booyah and cast some spells and run the wild magic. So we are looking forward. He is tall, skinny half elf who somehow has crazy farmer's tan no matter what armor he wears. It's always got the tan line screwed up, but he's looking forward to it because it's going to be fun down there. Bakery, good to eat.
Indeed. What's not to love? So finally, hey Madfish, who are you playing today?
I am playing a gnome bard,
Indeed.
whose name I either haven't made up yet or haven't been told.
Let's everyone right now in chat. I need you to do me a favour and come up with a name for Madfish's character. Halfling Bard. There you are. Cool. I'll just sort that out while I am doing that. Do you want to, Mike, real quick, let everyone know how they can get involved in all that business before we actually get kicking? No, Mike is entirely busy.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear any of that.
Yeah, so Mike, do you want to just tell everyone about all the cool things that are down below, just while I link...
Oh, yeah, no, sure, I do, yeah. You guys can donate to affect the game. You guys can donate to give us crits, roll the birthday table, do some of that birthday madness or that wild magic surge, all that kind of good stuff. You guys can follow. You guys can subscribe to the newly partnered on Twitch ERP here, and you can raise your dongers when everyone else does subscribe. You guys can still go to the Patreon, we still have that, and you guys can check out all the old videos on the YouTubes, which is pretty damn sweet, because that's where I am. You can find all of me there, all the past campaigns, which is the most important person on camera right now. Yep, I think that's pretty much it. I think that's all you guys have to...
Indeed. I've just realised, like, I hadn't actually seen the photo that you put up, and I love it.
It's great,
Absolutely.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's the best. I don't know what it is, but I want it.
It looks like a tiny halfling wearing, like, a knight costume that is also a chef baking a pie in a giant dragon kiln. Yeah.
Damn. You went all out. Like I found like a simple picture, and
Right.
you went all out. And I'm kind of feel embarrassed a little.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna like try and avoid this entirely because it's completely embarrassed me there, and move on to the setting. The setting is a small village called Dilton. It's very small. It's very tiny. It's just kind of tucked away in a valley. People don't really get out much. It's quite secluded. There's not a lot of local sort of towns. People don't really travel much. It's very self-sufficient. There's farms around. You've got kind of like like an aging population. One of those sort of creepy villages you probably travel through on a long-ass journey, and you pull in, and you're just like, there is nothing here.
You know who does travel there, though?
Who does?
15J.
I've heard that. I heard that once, and I also heard that he just joined the channel. So thank you. You are a gentleman and a scholar of the highest order. But yeah, thank you very much. We find ourselves in a small village. You guys have all been here a little while, but what you can do in town is entirely up to you. The only thing is, the bakery is a family-run business, and you can't work at the bakery because there is. I dared to try and dream a plot. Mike, don't rain on my parade. I'm just saying. I made some semblance of a plot for this, and I'm scared.
So
because...
Onyx Darkly works in the bakery.
Yeah, no, he does not. You can work in the mill, and that's it. That's as close as I'll let you get.
Perfect.
Yeah, so what do you guys do around town? I mean, there's a little bit of a call for adventuring and sort of stuff. Oh, god damn. Sorry, Kanan. I am so sorry. See, Madfish, this is what I get. Kanan's already, like, ripping into me for stuff. Just doing my job. Right, so... Yeah, what do you guys do around town? Because there's a little bit of a call for adventuring, that's sort of a lot, but there's also a lot of farmers around. There's a local tavern that's not, you know what, the local tavern will be called the Silver Fir Tavern. There we are. So it's it's not massive. It's mainly one of those places where everyone walks in at the same time every day and orders the same drinks, and they're already waiting for them on the bar. Everyone's like a real close-knit, think small town paranoid, that sort of community. So Mike, what exactly is it that Onyx does in town?
So Onyx Darkly, he works for the mill. He works
fucking damn it.
yeah, he works in the windmill. grinding up the grain for the bakery. He also grinds up the hops and the mash for all the local brews they make. Because you got to have quick, nimble hands to get in and out of the windmill grind press. And then he moonlights as a kleptomaniac.
He moonlights. So he's not even making any money of it. He just moonlights as someone who accidentally steals stuff.
Yeah.
And pulls-
Yeah, he just likes to
What?
take things. He thinks things are cool and that he should have them most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
They
I think that's
they
the best.
don't even have to be good things. Sometimes he just likes things, and if you
Yeah.
have them and he doesn't, he wants them.
Exactly. It's not sort of like the worth of
Yeah.
all of these things. It's the owning of these things.
Yeah.
I like it. He's magpie mentality.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's bring it round to Bartholomew. What does Bartholomew do on a date?
My friends call me Stick.
Okay.
I don't do a whole lot, you know. I just kind of wander around, you know, pick up a job here and there whenever I can. You know, just sort of living life, you know, playing it cool, walk around town and, you know, dabbling in this and that, whatever might come my way.
Okay, cool. So you're a man of many talents, or no talent at all. Like it's entirely.
That's what my papa told me.
That's deep. That's deep right there. And finally we have Harley Blackhawk, who is.
Who has a name now?
Indeed, she has a name. Maybe she has a job. Does she have a job? And if so, what is that?
Yeah, she works at the tavern and performs.
Ah, okay, right.
You know, maybe a little after hours work now and then.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
mostly
right.
she plays the lute, tells stories. One of those people that sort of blends into the background after a little while if she stops talking, and a lot of people say things around her because they don't really think about her being there until she starts talking, and then it's very obvious that she's there.
Okay, good. I like it. So a bit of a personality, a bit of a character.
Yeah,
That's good.
known around town for sure.
Known around town, indeed. Oh, forgot to hit that. There we are.
Likes gambling.
Okay. Well, yes, the DM always has the most HP. Always know that. Never try and swing for the DM. He knows. He knows all. Right. So, yeah, we're going to start off with. It's been, a relatively long day, and we're going to find ourselves in a tavern because I'm British, and that's what we all do. After a long, hard day's work, we all head to the local tavern. Specifically, you guys find yourself in Silver Fir Tavern, which is actually run by someone called Kaylin Winterbane, which I'll just make a note of real quick. She's all right. She's, to be honest, she's only really liked because she has the only tavern in town. Other than that, she's people could pass her by without too much of a care, but so everyone is sort of going to be around. Is anyone up to anything specific? I imagine we probably have some music from Parlay, and I can imagine Bartholomew is probably. He strikes me as someone who might get himself into trouble every once in a while if he's just sort of a bit absent, a bit of a wanderer.
I'm trying to bum drinks off of whoever I can up at the bar.
Okay, cool. Let's just roll me a persuasion just to see how many free drinks.
Let's see what I can do for you. There we go. A little persuasion for you.
A little persuasion. A little 13. A cheeky little 13. Cool. On a 13, yeah, I'm going to say, you've managed to get a couple of pints, mainly because, it's either that or you'll keep asking and keep talking, and it's just anything to shut you up. So, yeah. And as you're bringing them back to your table, everyone roll me a perception check. This is we're gonna get things off to a quick start. 21, damn.
Ooh, I just rose.
Not too shabby.
10.
So 10.
So everybody?
Good. I don't have one for. Yeah, we go. Okay, cool. So 10 and 11. So it's pretty much Onyx. Like, what are you doing that's keeping you very occupied at the moment? Who are you pickpocketing right this second, Onyx?
You know, I guess he has his eye on Stick. Stick was doing a lot of talking at the bar. He's trying to get free drinks. Free things is kind of Onyx's game, whether anyone knows it or not. So he feels encroached upon. So he's keeping an eye on him and seeing what he does with that beer. Because he doesn't have a beer.
Okay.
He would like a beer.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to say on a... What exactly do we have?
10.
On a... Yeah, on a 11 from Styx, we're going to say that I mean, he's not particularly focused. He's more sort of like... what's distracting you at this moment, Styx? What gives Onyx an open to potentially swipe your beard?
Squirrel.
It's literally a squirrel. Yeah, a squirrel. Like, there's a squirrel, and you know what? He's not just sat on the window. He's straight up. He's eyeballing you. He's giving you the hairy eyeball. He's, bit of a staring competition going off. Maybe a sleight of hand, Mike, for Onyx, as an opportunity arises as Madfish. On a 12, you can just about you can swipe it, but you're gonna spill like maybe a third of it everywhere.
So what Onyx does is he walks his little halfling over there, and he's standing there beside Stick, and he just leans over and he pulls a wooden reed out of his pocket and just starts drinking the beer through a wooden reed, and then quickly leans back.
So I like it. Is it like one of those ones where you like make a load of straws, you put them together to make one monstrously long straw?
It's like a wooden reed. He just kind of like, and then sits back down.
Yeah. Well, as a halfling, I just like, instead of almost like a grappling hook, you can just like throw onto the bar, just so you can spill other people's drinks. So while all this is going on, you guys are pretty wrapped up. Parlay, like I'm gonna say, like maybe a song comes to an end, and maybe you're pulling out more sheet music or getting another drink at the bar. There's a lull, and you catch the whiff of smoke. It's poignant. It's pungent. It's coming in through the window that is near the back where you're playing. I mean, it gets hot and bothersome, especially in your quite active routine of having to actually play and jostle your way around a load of drunken idiots. There's wafts of smoke coming in. No one else at the bar seems to have noticed this yet. But it's something is burning outside.
Okay, well, is there a back door, or is it just a window?
Yeah, no, there's a back door.
Okay, she'll go and open the back door.
Cool. Smoke starts to pour in. It's not like the building itself is on fire. It's not like the building opposite is on fire. But there is smoke outside, and it sort of eerily creeps its way in. A few people sort of like raise eyebrows. A couple of people are convinced they're so drunk by this point that they're just seeing things. But Ole, you will actually notice as you look out, there is a building on fire just down the street. And when I say on fire, I mean the whole building is on fire. Like, it's gone up. This whole place is absolutely...
Well, knowing that these things, especially in villages where a lot of the houses are very close together, this is not a good thing. So she is going to turn around and yell into the bar, and maybe find if there's anybody in there that maybe I know already is someone who would be able to help. This sort of thing.
I'm looking for the fire marshal.
Yeah, is he in there?
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, yeah, of course he's in there. Of course he's drunk as well. I mean, this is a small town village. Of course the fire.
All right. She's gonna tell everyone, and then run to the fire marshal, and just start pulling on his sleeves,
Cool.
to try and get his attention. And
Yeah, roll me a persuasion. No, not even a persuasion. Roll me a performance, because like you are trying to make a big deal out of there is a fire, but being a gnome, you don't quite. Yeah. Okay, on a 17.
Hey Josh, you know who else is on fire? Paramaster525. Thanks for hitting that subscribe button for a second month in a row.
Indeed.
Everyone raise your dongers for second month in a row subscriptions.
Thank you very much. It's really annoying because I don't get the notifications through, so Mike gets still all the credit for it.
Yeah. I
Makes
get
me
to work
sad.
on my segues.
Indeed.
My ERP will segues trademark.
I can do them, but I never get the notification in time. It makes me sad. Okay, so yeah, Fire Marshal Danton Jovan is there. I'm gonna make a quick con save for it just to see how drunk the Fire Marshal is at the time when you really don't want the Fire Marshal to be particularly drunk. We'll call it a 1d100, and let's see how out of 100%, how drunk is he? 89%. It's gonna take it's gonna take quite some feet to get his attention. But on 17, I'll give it to you. You get his attention. He looks at his eyes. Oh, hi. How's
Knowing that he's not gonna listen, she's just gonna grab his sleeve and drag him to the door.
okay? Make me an athletics check as yeah.
Yeah!
Hey, look at that!
You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. Yeah, it's a pretty good roll. Especially coming from a bard. Shots fired.
Bard.
Indeed, a gnome bard as well. A gnomish bard. Yeah, you start pulling, and I mean he's a little off balance anyway, so he's a little off kilter. But he comes stumbling after you and gets to sort of the back door. He looks out. He does a double take. He just freaks out. He starts panic. He turns. He says, "There's a fire! There's a fire down the road. The bakery. The gnome told me there's a fire. We should get the marshal."
You're the marshal.
Oh, okay. This is going to be interesting. And
He runs and gets a glass of water and then comes back and just throws it in his face.
when, let's see. We'll give him a quick con. Just see.
Onyx has slid down a few stools to where the fire marshal was sitting and has slid his beer over to him and begins drinking the fire marshal's beer.
I like it. Just accurate. Sorry, what race is Bartholomew? Because I noticed we've got a gnome and we've got a. Yeah, cool, no problem. We've got a gnome and we have a halfling. So what race is Bartholomew?
Half elf.
Half elf. Okay, so we have someone who can actually reach the bar. That's good.
Yes.
That's what you need.
Yeah,
Someone who
he's tall and skinny. He's like 6'3" and like a $120 soaking wet.
Okay, cool.
Hence
Okay, so I've got
the nickname Stick.
fair enough. I guess that nickname just sticks.
Oh.
And that's fitting roleplay. So
I gave
yeah,
you
actually-
one, Josh.
Yeah, you gave me one. I pushed it, and this is what I get. On that note, Madfish, Puggles has donated her patron advantage to Tenon. Tenon is not here. I'm going to pass that across to Parlay, so there you are. You have advantage. You can get inspiration. You can do that when you want to. But make a note when you've got it. Always raise your dana. Always, psychic. So yeah, he will like shake his head. He's just like, okay, right. We should get some water from the river. Everybody, I need you all to follow me. And people like grumble about having to leave their lines behind. Some like still drinking them as they rush towards the river. Do you guys want to make me some rolls to see how do you guys help? Trying to bring this fire under control. The bakery is not right next to any other building, so you've got it's not the worst place for a fire to break out. However, with these sorts of things, it could spread very easily. There's a lot of hay just around in general. And there's loads of those red flammable barrels that everyone just stockpiles but never does anything. The ones that explode if you shoot them with anything. So yeah, it's an unfortunate situation. So yeah, how do you guys sort of like what part do you play in as the village tries to douse these flames?
So I think that Onyx, he's a pretty nimble guy, so he's gonna try to start a bucket brigade. He's gonna grab a bucket, run down to the river, and just start running back and forth as quick as possible.
I'll get in on this, and I'll use Mage Hand as well. So the Mage Hand will be another step in the bucket path.
Cool, I like it. So yeah, we're basically creating the classic conveyor belt technique. What is just out of curiosity, Jay? How does Stick get involved in this?
I see my gnomish friend over there use the mage hand, so I get my mage hand out too, and figure I'll just 50-boppity that right over there to help them out and pass those buckets along.
Okay, cool. I like it. So cool. So we've got Onyx is actually running water. So maybe an athletics check real quick, buddy, as you're lugging it around and actually doing some lifting, unlike these scrubs who are just
not good. Right. Lifting is not his strong point.
Cool. Okay.
I'm tiny.
It's You by the time it's that classic thing of like you pick up like a bucket, you fill it to the brim, you run to the Woods Bakery, and you get there and you've spilled almost all of it, and you like chuck it, and
the point nothing. Is he got to the water real quick. It was the trip back that.
It's just that trip back.
Yeah.
He's a sprinter, not a marathon.
Yeah.
Okay, so we kind of roll through this to see how bad the fire actually is. Give him some on a 19. Damn. Okay, these guys actually, despite the fire marshal, Danton is absolutely smashed beyond oblivion. He just gets bowled over by the actual village and stuff. So we all rally. Even Kaylin comes out of her tavern, despite the fact that she's a bit of a grouch. She gets involved and helps with the conveying of all the water, and you slowly start to bring this fire under control. Word starts spreading that they're starting to worry about the baker. Specifically, they're worrying about a man. His name is Zachary Colling, and Zachary was sort of like the town baker. He was a patisserie chef. He's lovely. He was a half elf, and he didn't really bother anyone. And it's just quite sad. It's quite people seem a little bit forlorn. And on that note, all of you are going to have some arrivals and now I haven't actually mentioned this to anyone yet, but this will be interesting to see on the spot. How does your character react to something that this is not the first time they have seen? I just want to know how they feel about it. As the mechanized guard force that patrols this town, nicknamed colloquially as Tinker Toys, or the Tinker's Toys, after the mayor, who is a tinkerer and made them, arrive on scene to sort of like essentially secure the area, make sure that no one's doing terrible things, like looting someone's building that's just been like torched, or trying to make off with anything. They're just securing the scene of the disaster. And if you want a visual description of these guys, they basically look like a giant spherical ball that is like the base of them. I imagine one of those, I can never remember what they're called, those things that you can never knock down. They always stand like
Weebles.
Yeah, Weeble wobble.
That's a Weeble wobble.
Weebles wobble.
I've never heard that before. That's so weird. Yeah. That's the weirdest, isn't it? Right, cool, yeah. Well, a Weeble, if that is a thing, you weird Americans. Basically, a load of Weebles, but with rotating spheres on the bottom half, arrive in the typical. They've got like the most British police officer outfit on you can possibly imagine, with the proper huge helmets, and they arrive. They've got essentially multi-tool arms that can do most tasks that are needed to be taken on by the guard force. That they have bludgeoning weapons, but they also have saws, drills, and bits and pieces to help them with maintenance around the town. They're pretty much the local task force for anything that the village people don't really want to do. And they arrive and they start securing the area, but there's a lot of like frantic talk about whether or not poor old Zachary made it out in time, and indeed, what could have caused such a fire? So, how do you guys react? Did anyone make a point to sort of like decide? Yeah, maybe they were friends with the local baker. I mean, he does make some phenomenal pie.
I think Onyx would.
I've been selling his
Oh,
baked
yeah.
goods.
Yeah, I think Onyx would have at least some working knowledge of this guy. He works at the miller after all, and so the majority of the grain gets ground up to flour and goes to Zachary.
Indeed. I mean, you'd know that he was a particularly overweight fellow. Always smiling. He's always good, the positive side.
So
of
standard
it.
British baker.
Yeah, indeed. Like, yes. Just loves to sample his own
Has
cakes.
a bowler.
No, he doesn't have a bowler. He's got a proper patisserie chef. Of course he does. And, he's always, like, the person who, how he stayed in business is beyond anyone's guess, because he just would always, like, you'd ask for, like, a dozen eggs, and you wouldn't ask for a dozen eggs from a baker, but you might ask for a dozen buns, and you'd get, like, a dozen more. So, it's, he's a general likable character around town. So yeah, I guess Onyx, you'd have sort of like a working relationship.
At least a working relationship, yeah.
Yeah. Buffalo and
yeah. Bless his obese heart. He always gave me an extra bun here and there whenever I was in there trying to mooch off of him, and he will be missed. He will be very missed by me. I mean, I might have to like bake a pie or something to really take over there, because that's what you do in the South.
I like maybe getting a little choked up as you like give almost a eulogy.
It's very painful to me. My stomach's kind of growling even thinking that he might be gone.
The smell of baked goods has saturated every single building in this town. The whole place smells like one big cooking class. It's absolutely lovely. It's just unfortunate that Zachary might be mixed up in all of that.
So kind of a meat pie.
Yeah, kind of a meat pie.
Oh.
Yeah, indeed, the best kind.
Oh man.
So Parley, how do you know Zach?
Well, a lot of bakers, they start baking quite early. And, given that time, she'd probably be getting off work when he was starting to bake. So she'd probably go in, say hi, mooch, bits and pieces, the odd, oddly shaped bun, I'll eat that instead. Kind of thing.
You take the cast off his hand, which even every now and again there wouldn't be one, and he'd just accidentally like slip and unevenly cut like a pie, and just be, I guess I'll have to find someone to get rid of that for me and hand it over. And
she'd like tell him stories and stuff about, just kind of talk about her night.
Indeed. Well, he so clearly he was a light person around town. But the local guard force are sort of they are mechanical. That's the best way to describe them. Like, think steampunk, cogs and steam and all that business. But they are going to sort of like start moving people back. This isn't like a riot sort of situation where shields are out and they're pushing the crowd back, but they're sort of like trying to get people back so they can try and basically get a search going to see if they can figure out if anyone survived, what the cause of the fire was. So people are sort of like being dismissed and sent back. Are you guys okay with that, or is anyone sticking around?
Yeah, so I think Onyx would kind of slink around. If the baker's dead, that concerns him greatly, because who's going to buy flour if the baker's dead? I mean, everyone, I guess, at that point, really, right? But his biggest seller would be deceased, so he's going to stick around and kind of take a look around and see if he can spot anything through the windows or flames or whatever, what have you.
God, I mean, the building's like, it's still crackling and smouldering, but I'm going to say like a little bit of time has passed and most of it's coming down a little bit. But you'll I still can't get over all the weeble wobble comments. It's just weird. So yeah, you guys, if you want to stick around, you can roll me a stealth check to try and do it, essentially sneak past the guards, or you can try and talk your way through.
I'll stealth through.
Cool, you do. Hell, on Oh no, wait, that was me. Huh, I was like 19. That's really impressive.
Yeah, no,
Oh, no,
10.
scroll down.
10 is less so.
Yeah, it's less so impressive. Cool. I will.
Yes.
I'm the worst rogue ever, guys.
God damn.
I don't know how to rogue, guys.
Indeed.
The bard rogue's better than you.
This is beautiful. You get out-rogued by both other player characters, and maybe it's because like you are known to them. You're known, so you like. It's probably they see you crouch and they're like, he's entering stealth mode.
Yeah.
We know where this is going.
It's like Onyx.
and-
Onyx, stop crouching.
Yeah. They converge on you, whereas no one else crouches. Everyone else just walks past
Yeah.
and is in there. You guys, I mean, make me. Depends on how far you want to go into this building, because it's still very, very hot in here. So if you want to, like, the further you go in, the better you're going to need to roll con-wise. It's up to you two. As you see Onyx essentially being dragged away, feet not quite touching the floor, in an almost sort of childlike display, as he's caught between two guards who they're just shy of swinging him like you do a child. You know, in the endearing way, not that you would ever swing a child like,
Yeah.
you know,
Aggressively.
Yeah. Not like a cat. Not
Right.
like a cat. I was trying to say.
Yeah, so his feet are just off the ground, like dusting a path as he gets dragged
Yeah.
away.
Well, I'm not looking for anything in particular other than to see if there's any baked goods that didn't get ruined by the fire.
Roll me an investigation.
Oh, this is going to be good. I am not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
On an 8, you find a cinnamon bun. It looks to be perfectly glazed. Yeah, cool.
With my beer, I mooched.
Yeah, so basically, like, I love the idea that Onyx.
Spectating.
Yeah, Onyx is like trying to
Walking the show,
super stealthily sneak in. You walk in with a beer, pick up a cake, and you're just like, yeah, you bite into it. It almost breaks one of your teeth. Like this thing is solid. This thing has been cremated. The top of it isn't quite as like if you brush it down, it's actually just charcoal and like shavings and stuff, and like you dust it away. This thing is a blackened mess of unfortunate. Yeah, you take a swig to still going for it, still staying strong. Like, you know what? I found
I've
a
had
free
worse.
cake. I'm gonna eat it.
I mean, Zach was good. Even his burnt stuff was good.
Indeed. So yeah, Parlay, your investigation. Are you specifically what's your sort of interest here?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, this guy was a friend, so I think I'd be actually looking for, you know, bodies or something like that. Any kind of evidence. Anything that looks out of place.
Okay, cool. Roll me an investigation as you do. So.
Yes!
Damn, on a 21. Okay. On a 21, you find a case. It's badly broken, but I mean it looks like it's sort of been shielded ever so slightly by a fallen beam. It's kind of crushed, so getting to it's a bit difficult. But you manage to sort of like crouch down and have a look, see, and it appears that good old Zachary had packed some bags, and it looks like he was going to travel. This is pretty much unheard of. No one really leaves town, not for any reason. It's just like you have an aging population of people who are all sort of like grew up here, live around here, and come to pass around here. So it's not that uncommon. But yeah, Zachary hasn't mentioned to anyone that he was planning on leaving, and yet here is a bag full of stuff. And you will notice that it appears, to be like clothing, all that sorts of bits. Most of it's charred, but in the bottom you find a small. This would be something that you probably have to roll maybe a history check to even know what it is, or maybe we've got a. an 8. You're not really sure. Maybe it's a weapon of some sort, maybe a bat. It's collapsible. It almost looks like one of the weapons, the collapsible batons that the Tinker Toy guards have. It's something, and
Taking that one for sure.
cool. You take it. It's gold, and essentially looks like it has wooden components and maybe a bit of glass there, but it's pretty badly charred. But the other thing is, he's packed a knife. It's a kitchen knife, which is also in the bag. The bag itself, you could make me an athletics check to try and budge it if you want, but it's underneath a beam, so it isn't going to be too easy.
Yes!
Except it is. It's the easiest thing in the world. Tell me how. Okay, so I'll give you the scene. This is like you've sort of made it through to like the back room, past like the main oven is like basically just a place that you can't get anywhere near. But his private quarters that are sort of tacked on the back are a little bit less damaged. But still, pretty bad. And one of the beams has come down off the ceiling, and it's sort of wedged itself between the two walls. It's crushed. It's literally broken his bed in half. But this bag is underneath. How do you tell me how on a nat 20 you just like pull it out like the tablecloth?
How do you King Arthur this knife?
she gets her loot on her back and gets all ready and grabs the bag and puts her feet up on the beam and just levers it out with her feet up on the beam so she can roll backwards and pull it out.
Cool. You whip this case out. Cool. Roll me a quick one last investigation check, as you now actually have the case out, which is impressive. Damn, you were on fire. So yeah, you actually find inside there is a small note. It's pretty badly charred up, but you make out a few words. One of them is the eye in the sky. That's not one word, so that's some of the words say eye in the sky, and it says meet you tonight at midnight. Doesn't say where, but apparently he was set to meet someone tonight about something, maybe new, maybe something, who knows.
Tuck that note away. Take that with me.
Good. Okay. Anything else you're doing? It's, as I say, like the fire is pretty much gone out. The village people have managed to do a cracking job of getting it under control. But you are very much aware that you're probably not technically supposed to be here.
Yeah. So I think I'll get out.
Cool.
Because I think I've found most of the stuff I'm gonna find at this point.
Okay.
I haven't found a body at all, have I?
No, you have not. Although, like, you have only managed to sort of see like a small portion of like the bakery itself. This is the part that's really accessible, as a part to the main area around the main furnace, which is just caved in.
Yeah, probably have to wait for the heat to.
Yeah, to die down. I mean, I'll let you make a con save right now just to see how close you can get. And Jay, if you want to make one for Bartholomew as well, just to see if like you can brave it any deeper.
Yeah, do I notice her sort of poking around and all this stuff?
I'm going to give you you can make a perception check. Now she's sort of like moving around a bit more, but at first, you pretty... neither of you are going to make it any further, unfortunately. But roll me a perception check to see if you see that she's... Nat 20, you not only saw her come in, you saw her find a few bits and take a few bits. You're not sure what exactly, but she's definitely taking something. And, yeah.
He's a straightforward guy. Hey, what you got there?
I found some stuff. I'll tell you when we get outside.
Some stuff and things.
Let me just grab another one of these buns and I'll be right with you.
They are really good.
Tasty stuff. I'm gonna miss that man.
Make me a quick investigation to see how many baked goods that
Oh, yes.
all of you can steal from this poor, possibly dead man. That looks like a... Wow, damn. Okay, you don't find much, but I don't know if Parlay would be willing to share what she finds, but she finds you find an entire tray of baked goods. They're like essentially in a, not a kiln, like basically it's carved into the walls like a stone chamber with a solid metal door on it, and it's not heated. But you know it's designed to sort of like trap in the heat, keep things warm throughout the day. And yeah, you crack this thing open and you find maybe like 3 trays, probably more than you guys can carry. You can probably take a tray each of baked goods glazed with all manner of delicious
So
treats.
Sticker's really happy, comes running up to her, he goes, "Hey, look, I found a half churro," and then you realize he found her.
Look it! Lots!
Can I help you with that?
Yes.
Onyx is just
Yeah.
Onyx is just outside in the dirt, drawing in the sand, sadly that he got dragged away.
Don't worry, we're gonna bring some for you. So she's just gonna stuff her face with a whole bunch of them, and then take a tray and take a bunch with her.
Cool.
And make him get the tall guy to bring the rest of the stuff.
Yeah, I can get him off the high shelf and sort of dump him in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Down there with like all the lint and everything else.
I like it. Yeah, you managed to rob this bakery, and as you sneak out, Onyx, make me a perception check, and we'll see like if you are aware that people are rooting around behind sort of like the guard line. On 12.
I'm just gonna roll in the area of 10s for the whole night.
Okay. That's what I expect from you. No, Onyx is pretty preoccupied with the fact that the guards are essentially doing that whole thing where they mirror your movements to make sure you can't get around them.
Mm-hmm.
You're probably actually helping the other two by drawing guards away who are dealt with, like having to deal with your shit, as it were. Being, you probably suspected of a few thefts, but have never been. No, me.
He's an upstanding member of society. I work for the miller. I just grind the grain.
Indeed. All about that grind.
I'm all about that grind.
It's why you're level 3 so fast. So, you guys can make a swift exit. Just make me some stealth checks as you leave the bakery. See if these guards.
Where's my sheet?
Oh yeah,
I'll follow you.
Being sneaky.
All the pastries have gone. Oh no!
No, it had to happen sometime.
Oh, it had to happen. Oh, it was too beautiful not to happen. Okay, so on a net 1, Bartholomew, you managed to like sneak out with the pastries. It's going good. Madfish, what exactly is Parlay carrying all of her pastries in?
Well, she's just carrying the tray.
Okay, cool. So, as you're like making your way,
I want to try to save the pastries.
okay,
I got a 12. I probably missed though.
And she's got like icing and everything just smeared all over her face from like stuffing her face with them.
So Josh, may I handle this nat 1 for you?
I'll let you give it a shot.
So as she tries to walk out of the building, you guys hear from a distance, "Hey, look at that! Look at that!" As you see Onyx pointing towards you leaving the building, and I'm going to try to pickpocket one of the robot guards.
Okay.
Fucking the robot?
Yeah.
There's roll me a sleight of hand, but at the same time, I'm going to say that unfortunately, this is one of those beautiful moments where, like, what's your reaction to being sort of like potentially caught? What do you do?
Yes. It had to happen sometime.
Just freezes like a deer in the headlights.
Just holding a tray of buns.
The her face just covered, like she just knows she's been caught red-handed and there's no getting out of this.
Does she try and run, or does she, like, stay?
No. She figures she could probably talk her way out of getting in too much trouble. It's easier than running.
Cool. Okay, so one of the guards that was previously interested in Onyx is going to roll at you pretty fast. Not like a charge. You're not being like assaulted here, but you know he's very much interested to see what you're doing coming out of a place they quite clearly told you not to go. The other guard doesn't move, however, because the rear panel on his back has been opened up, and Onyx has shut him down. Onyx, you're currently looking at the just roll me an Arcana to even comprehend what the internals of this thing are.
11.
This thing is entirely powered by like imagination and lies and trickery. You have no idea. Like something. This is a thing that just shouldn't work. You're looking for like maybe there's some sort of like incredibly intelligent mice that are like operating this from the inside. You can't make head nor tails of it.
Yeah, he just starts taking bits.
Cool. Okay.
Like a gear that's covered in runes. He's like, that's cool. Boink. A tube. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Okay, I'm going to say you take a couple of bits. One of the things you'll take is a small box with what look like gems on it, mainly green and red gems. They sparkle beautifully, but as you pull it out, they don't sparkle quite as much. They have like a small, it's almost like a bowl attached to the top, but in the center, almost like maybe it was supposed to be like a fondue fountain or something.
Sure.
You're not really sure, but it's a very weird sort of like dish sort of thing that mounts on the top, and it's got a load of like switches and cranks and dials and bits and pieces that just make no sense to you, and you pluck that out and that just vanishes into
Yeah, it
your...
sure looks cool.
Yeah. I don't know what this is, but I want it. I want it just because I want to own it. And yeah, this thing is, like, you probably have enough savvy to know you've broken this irreparably.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will never work again. Whatever you've taken is clearly vital, as the whole thing goes slack and shuts down.
Perfect.
Beautiful, wonderful. So Bartholomew, as you see that Harley is being bared down on by a robot guard, what's your instinct? Do you stand with her? Do you abandon her? You have pastries. She also has pastries.
He has pastries. That's the most important thing there. Ooh. That thing's coming for my pastries.
Indeed.
It's coming for your pastries.
It's a... I mean,
my pastries. I gotta be big. We hit hard down south. Whole person.
I love the fact this guy might have been dead. I haven't even said he's dead, but he might have been dead for maybe like an hour and 20 minutes at this point. And already, like, that's my stuff you were trying to steal.
Oh, absolutely. And
you didn't take money.
The smartest knife in the drawer. He of course cast whole person on a construct.
I mean, realistically, Josh, if they didn't eat the buns, they would have spoiled and been bad anyway. So either way, it's a complete loss of buns.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could. Yeah, these guys are humanoid. Why not?
Sure.
They're basically humanoid. Yeah. So, what is it? It's a whiz save. He automatically fails because it's not something that they have much of at all. And yeah, you managed to freeze up this other robot guard as it's like going to. The unfortunate thing is this thing has like a gyrosphere to balance it. It's leaning forward as it rolls towards you. You cast hold person. It just face plants and digs a small trench into the ground with its head as it comes to a stop right at Parley's feet. Essentially semi-submerged with just like its hand embedded in the floor as it's trying to like point accusedly and is now just pointing to the center of the earth. You will probably see Bartholomew standing there like with his hand outstretched. What's Bartholomew's focus? He's literally just finger gunning, and then it just crashes. How do you react?
Me? She just kind of froze the whole time, like just holding the tray, waiting for it to come, and then when it crashes, she just kind of looks over the tray at it, and then looks up at what's his name? And
Dick. My friend
you,
calls
and
Dick.
says, thank you. I think.
We brought you out of here before that thing gets back up.
You see Onyx peek out from behind the thing, and he's throwing the box up in the air, and he's like, "That was cool." And then he walks out from
Wants
behind
some pastries?
I do. And he takes one. He takes the least damaged one.
Let's go.
Let's go. Exit.
Cool.
I have
They
a house.
You have a house.
I mean, I live here, right, in the town. I work for the Miller.
I mean, you guys would presumably all have like a place to live.
Probably not me.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe not Sticks.
I'm living on someone's couch. I don't even know who.
Stick seems like a vagabond.
Indeed, yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys are gonna make a mad dash towards Onyx's house. So roll me some stealth checks to not get collared by the local authorities. Oh dear.
Oh no!
Oh, beautiful. So we found Parlay's best skill. It's definitely stealth, as that's the second nat 1 on a stealth in a row.
Loot, it keeps getting caught on things. And
Okay,
then it goes off.
I got this. So you know what it is? Like you guys are running, like down. You guys are running down like an alleyway to like slip through. Like you're running down like a street. You see a couple of these mechanized guards. 2 of them come around the corner and they start rolling towards you. They haven't spotted you yet. They're scanning the area and their eyes light up. And you just like manage to spin down an alleyway. Onyx, you're leading the way. Bartholomew, you're right behind. And then you guys just hear like a grinding sound and then a clunk and what sounds like a sudden explosion of air. As unfortunately, Parley has run as far as she can with this tray, for it doesn't fit down this alleyway, and she's just clotheslined herself and is now on the floor underneath a tray that is wedged between 2 walls, pastries precariously balancing on top, as you see a guard turn its gaze this way. What do you guys do?
We see the guard turn towards her.
You see it's basically at the other end of the alleyway. Its head rotates like 90 degrees towards you. Its eyes go from like this pale yellow to flashing blue. What do you do?
I'll grab the gnome, you grab the pastries.
Deal! And he just turns around and scampers towards all the pastries.
Okay, I'm being complained at that the pun counter is only at 2, but really, I can't think about puns at the moment. That's really the yeast of my worries.
Oh, God damn it.
There we go. Knock that one up. I've been busy, guys. I've been busy. You guys are going to try and... Are you going to try and carry Parley? Because she's winded like hell right now. She's just got clotheslined by a set of pastries.
I'll just let them carry me. I won't fight it.
I accept it. I give up. Okay, both of you make me athletics checks as you are going to start hauling ass. Bartholomew, are you carrying Parley?
I'm carrying her.
Okay.
Probably by the foot, maybe, because if carry might be a lightly used term. I might just have her foot and be running, and her kind of banging along on behind.
Oh, dear God.
I'm really more concerned about pastries, but I figure bringing them along.
Okay, cool. So, Onyx, give me a athletics check as you're trying to haul ass with a bunch of pastries from the police. Yeah, it's not going well. Okay, so what happens is like it all like you're getting to the end of the alleyway. There's the crack of light, sort of from maybe like torches in the street. You think you've got this, and then like you just trip. Onyx and like pastries just go everywhere, and there's like a slow motion moment with Bar following you, just like no.
Yeah. So there's like he rolled up his shirt and he just had them all in there, and he had one in his mouth, and he tripped and they all just kind of fell out, and he gets up and the only one left is the one in his mouth, and he just like he breaks it off, and he looks sad about it, and then he hands like the half-eaten one towards Bartholomew.
I'll take that. What are you thinking? Oh. Oops, I dropped the gnome.
So, unfortunately, yeah, you will see sprawled on the floor behind you is a very
Where did that gnome go?
bruised-looking eye.
Just like splayed out, covered in buns.
Covered in buns.
Same plan.
Obviously, you're gonna actually take 8 bludgeoning damage. You've had a rough journey down
That was
this
a
alley.
long fall for me.
That was indeed.
8 bun damage.
8 bun damage, indeed. Oh.
She got critted by the buns.
Buns, indeed.
I'm very sticky.
You are so sticky. I do declare you are entirely sticky.
Oh, do eclair.
Right,
Downhill for me.
so I'm gonna say you've got a choice. Either abandon everything and run, or you're gonna have to like fight for your pastries.
I'm okay with running because I'm hurt, but
I think anyone normal would be happy to run from the police, as opposed to Bartholomew, who seems to be willing to die for these pastries.
okay. So
Well,
I'm
I got a
gonna
bag full of them, so I might
Yeah.
think you can reason with.
Yeah, okay. Fine.
I'm gonna hop up, and I'm gonna scoop up as many as I can that are still stuck to me, and I'm gonna start running away and like dangle the pastries out, like calling them over.
Okay, cool.
That would work because squirrel. It's pastries.
Yeah,
I have
but they'll follow me if I.
Yeah,
Okay.
Onyx checks the box in his secret compartment and then is like, and then runs towards. He remembers he's leading the party to his house.
Yeah, he's like, oh god, I'll meet you guys there, and they're just like, we don't know where we're going. Real quick, just for my own amusement, Jay, can you do a French accent?
Me.
Yeah, just wonder.
Bonjour, ça va?
Oh look, it's a French stick. Hey!
Oh.
There we go. So,
Say voyons là.
indeed.
I don't know what that means.
It's a French stick. It's a baguette. That's what a French stick is.
Oh.
Oh god.
Hashtag just British puns.
It's a hashtag just for the British. Indeed. So as you guys will come like tearing around the corner, what exactly does your dwelling look like?
Essentially a hobbit hole.
I love it. It's a hobbit hole. Is the windmill built on top of it?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course it is. Of course. So there is you guys come around the corner. You see a windmill, but specifically, it looks like Onyx is running for a small door set in the mound that it
Yeah,
looks.
it looks like a hill with just a pole coming out of it with 4 fins just spinning in the wind.
That's it. That's all it is, indeed. And yeah, you see him running there. I'm gonna dare to ask Madfish to roll me a stealth. I'm gonna dare to ask you all to roll me stealth checks.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Or you can roll athletics checks. It's whichever one you prefer. You either try and do this stealthily, or you just try and like get there so fast that they won't have a chance to see you. That's up to you. On a 9, that's looking good. Good, strong start. We have a contender.
I'm stealthier than I'm strong, so.
Okay, cool. You are indeed. You are the stealthiest of stealths.
Can I get advantage for hiding behind him?
You cannot, unfortunately, not at this moment. Cool. Onyx, the rogue of the party, who so far has done terribly at stealth. Let's have a
I
stealth check on
like
athletics.
cricket stealth. a minute ago. I think 20
Oh
seconds.
yeah, no, that was a slight back. That was a slight back. To dismantle a guard.
All right, whatever you were saying before is fine.
Okay, so here we go. We have Bartholomew. You managed to sort of like okay, so there's like a small little hedgerow that is around the mill, and Bartholomew. The only reason that you are essentially going to be stealthy is because as you guys hurdle over the top, you catch your foot on it, and you go prone as the sweeping gaze of this guard comes around the corner. Unfortunately, it perfectly silhouettes both Onyx and Parley as they're jumping dramatically over the hedge. They are silhouetted, picked out beautifully as these two tiny individuals. They actually look much further away, but really it's just because of their small stature. And like leap majestically. You have a guard coming towards you.
So as soon as this guard's gaze sweeps across and we jump over the hedge, the moment that Onyx lands on the ground, he springs back up and goes, "Ta-da!"
Parley will do it too.
And then just looks at the guard.
Cool, the guard will roll over and just look
Jazz hands!
and just says, "State your business."
I live here. State your business.
Yeah!
It like goes to reach you, and then you just hear error 404 warrant not found, and it backs off and it just says, "We shall return with a warrant," and you see it roll off.
Okay.
Bye!
Okay, thanks, bye.
And then he looks down at Stick and says, "What are you doing?"
He what?
Looks down at Stick and says, "What are you doing?"
I got eyes on that squirrel. He's down here. He's been following this the whole time.
All right, well,
You see a squirrel. Only Stick sees the squirrel. It's in a balaclava.
it stares at him
It's
aggressively.
got suction cups on its hands. It's got a bag full of like Onyx's stuff.
On the side of the hill.
I got my eyes on you, boy.
You see it jump. It grabs hold of the guard and like hitches a ride without the guard ever knowing as it rolls away, just giving you the evil eye.
Dude, he's got your stuff.
No one else sees the squirrel.
I don't know what he's saying.
That squirrel just stole your stuff.
I mean,
Sure it did.
Okay, fine. Don't go blaming me when you can't find your stuff.
what's in
As
that
long
bun?
as you
What's in that bun? Am I gonna start seeing squirrels now too?
Hashtag what's in the bun.
What's in that bun? Guys, make that trend on Twitter.
Trend that on Twitter right now.
What's in the
Everyone-
bun?
Cool,
I'm gonna be real for a second. Speaking of which, if you retweet,
Retreat. If you retreat to Twitter and retweet,
Yeah,
you can influence what goes on in our game.
indeed you can. Oh god, we're an hour in already. In fact, we're an hour and 15 minutes in. I did not realise that. It's going well. Cool. So yeah, you guys, if you wanna. Oh, Crimson Phoenix. Oh, sighs deeply and cries. So yeah, if you guys look below, you can see the donate section where there's loads of cool ways you can influence the game. You can also influence the game if you are a Patreon subscriber or a subscriber on Twitch. Those are cool little things. And once a month, you can just throw some stuff. Okay, I've just heard from the voice over my shoulder that Mike, you get on that one because Beth has just donated.
damn it, Beth!
There you
And
are.
I was thinking about joining the tavern.
Oh, apparently he was thinking of joining the tavern, and you just was actually we've been talking about it. So
Well,
yeah,
if he joins the tavern in the next 10 minutes, I'll change it to
you
about
have
20.
you have 20 minutes to
10.
join the tavern. Oh, 10 minutes. To join.
He's a little busy right now.
Oh, man,
I
I'm
know.
already
Apparently.
success.
He's already-
I'm already in the tavern.
Okay, he's already in the tavern. No comment. Okay, cool. So
So
if
that
you-
one for me. All right.
if you wonder what that's all about, yeah, you can do loads of cool stuff like donate down there, or you can subscribe or hit Patreon, and those are other ways you can get involved, and you get loads of cool little things like emotes and all that business. But if you guys don't want to pay, which is entirely fine, if you don't have any money on you, you can just retweet us, and if you retweet the tweet, I will check the Twitter sphere to see.
We're at 12 right now.
12, indeed. If we get 12 more, how many is it?
8 more?
8 more, indeed. Thank you for doing the maths for me. Maths is hard. If we get 8 more retweets, then you guys can influence the game with a viewer decision, which is basically I will just put a line in chat, and you guys, any suggestions we post underneath that you guys come up with, we'll all vote on them, and one of them will happen. Amazing. And also, just so you know, we are giving away the Storm King's Thunder PHP, but unfortunately we do not have the chat command up at the moment. But check back tomorrow, the exclamation point giveaway, and that will definitely be there for you guys to get involved in and find us on Twitter. So, now we've got all of that, I want to hear all about Onyx's house. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to hear what Onyx's dwelling looks like.
Sure. It is surprisingly roomy, but it has low ceilings, like any halfling's house should.
Damn it!
Yeah. So you're a little screwed there, Steak. You're the Gandalf to my Hobbit. Yeah. So you walk in. There's a main foyer, and it splits off to 4 different rooms on the side. The first 2 rooms are full of junk, or that's what everyone else would think. They are full of vast amounts of treasures, very important things. In one of them, if you look close enough, you will see a slightly reconstructed version made out of random bits and pieces of one of the town guards. And then in the final 2 chambers in this hall, there is a kitchen and a bedroom.
Okay, so we've got a kitchen, a bedroom, a scrap room full of different bits you've stolen off the town mechanized guard. And what was the other room, sorry?
2. There's 2 of those rooms. There's 2 rooms full of treasures.
Full of treasures. I imagine, I'm going to say that they're probably not necessarily the most, they're not necessarily worth the most.
No, this is like a dragon's hoard. What are you talking about?
It's literally anything you damn well find interesting. So, yeah, you guys all enter, and you have a moment of respite while the guards supposedly go in search of a warrant. What are you guys going to do?
So Onyx kind of walks in, and he motions towards the back room, where the bedroom is or the kitchen is, and he says, make yourself at home. And then he jumps into one of the other rooms, and like a cartoon, you can just see things getting thrown out of it for the next minute or so while he's rummaging and looking for something.
Cool.
Okay. I'm a little distracted by all your nice shiny things, but also I have manners, so I will head to the back room with all my pastries, and I will unload all of the pastries onto the table, and then after I've carefully put out all of the pastries, because those are clearly the most important part.
Made a nice presentation, got a lazy Susan.
Yeah, the little tears and the tea and everything. And then I will pull out the stuff that I found in the ruins of the bakery as well.
Indeed. So you have a note. Technically, the case was probably a bit big to carry. So did you just take? What did you take from the case?
The knife and that weird item and the note. His clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
If there was something really nice, I would have grabbed that.
Yeah, he has a particularly fantastic shirt.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Cool. You when wearing the hat, you have advantage on cookery.
Nice.
It just automatically.
I will. As soon as I realize I have a hat, I'm putting it on.
You have a hat. There you are. I knew this moment was coming, and there you are. You have your hat.
Tig is really, really impressed. Figures that Onyx guy has got some of that book learning in order to be able that he must be the guy who builds those guards, because this one looks just like the ones outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, indeed.
It's got just like
this
he's got that book learning. So he woo wee. That's impressive work there. That's a good job right there. My cousin, he used to build stuff like this out underneath the shade tree, but I never knew anything about that kind of stuff. Oh, pastries.
Yeah, when you look close at the robot guard, you can see that this is iron pots or copper pots that he has grind down in the mill and made into sheet metal, and is trying to assemble. It looks
just like the ones that are out there that move around, but they're pastries.
He walks out. I hate both of you. He walks out and to your compliments on his guard, and you can hear him cranking something. Oh God, it's hat day. I gotta put a hat counter on now. Damn it. So he walks out. I don't have hats, man. I'm not a hat guy. Sorry. He walks out and you hear like this weird cranky noise as you compliment his awesome robot making skills, and he says, "Oh man, thanks. Here, this is a squirrel," and he hands you a tiny like robot toy squirrel that just cranks up and just chitters across the ground.
Harley thinks this is the coolest thing she's ever seen.
I can't tell. Like, I think
I thought I had cool magic stuff that I could do, but that right there, that's real silver.
Yeah.
I just do that bippity boppity booyah, throw in a few components, wiggle my thumbs, make something happen. But that right there, that's bad.
That's what I thought. That's why I found it. That's why I
Found it, eh?
Yeah,
I bet you did.
I did.
All made like this, just all ready.
Anyway, I'll make some tea.
Yes.
cool. So, yeah.
So I show them the stuff that I found, and I explain that it looks like the baker was packing up and planning to leave, which is odd.
Zachary was leaving? He never
Yeah.
leaves. He said he'd been here his whole life.
Zachary can't leave. He can't even fit through the door.
This is also true.
So why was he packed? Why would
He was always packed full of buns.
They were good buns. I'm going to miss him.
and just eat more?
Oh.
I'm mourning.
Sadness
Yeah,
buns.
Sadness pastry.
Yes, it is definitely sad boy, but they're good.
So, what would make someone like him leave? I mean, he's got
What
a
you got there? What all you got there? That was that case you pulled out that I saw you messing with?
Yeah, I got it, and it had his stuff in it, and it had his he was all ready to go, and it had this note that said they were meeting someone at midnight, and it said something about, yeah, well, it says meet you tonight at midnight, so assuming that this was written today.
So you hear a clatter and a smash.
I don't read too well.
You hear a clatter and a smash as Onyx drops one of the teacups, turns back and says, "Someone stole the bun recipe!"
This is true.
As I rewrite Josh's
That
plot.
is a serious accusation you are making right there.
It really is, because that cinnamon bun recipe was super special. That was a closely guarded secret. I tried to get it out of him, so many times. Never did.
Everyone roll me a history check.
Folks, I think we have stumbled into a actual real life mystery. Oh, mystery. Mystery for history.
Apparently we're all real good at history, just not at spelling.
I am not good at history.
Alright, well,
Okay, so I'll give. We'll go with Onyx first. Onyx, you know that this cinnamon bun recipe would fetch a hefty price on the market. They don't have a black market; they just have a market. They're lucky to have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they. You can
on the underground food channel.
The underground sort of cattle market. Yeah, indeed. So this is. Oh god, there's anarchy in chat. So yeah, there is. You know that, I mean, it could fetch a pretty good price, and especially maybe if someone from out of town, they do come around every now and again. Out-of-towners do travel in. They generally don't stay for very long. I see Mike grabbing things.
Do you see Reexel, who just subscribed? Guys, raise your dongers. New subscriber.
Woohoo!
And I will fine, chat. I will succumb to your will and put on the closest thing I have to a hat, you jerks.
I am terrified. It's
Oh,
Yes!
God.
I like it.
Raise the stakes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's as close as I got.
Prepared for that.
So, chat, this is it.
This is not what I was expecting. I'm confused and conflicted, and I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I see your Pikachu and Raiju Magneto.
I like it.
I don't...
Remember that time we were all bunnies?
Wait.
So, just, you know.
This is it. This is what we've become.
This is the rest of the day.
Yep,
I
I'm
can't hear it.
raising stakes
Okay,
and dawn.
I can't hear that.
True.
Indeed, always raising mistakes. So, yeah, you would know that, I mean, you could probably sell it to some out-of-towners for a considerable penny. Maybe he was even selling it to some out-of-towners for a considerable penny.
Because, I mean, if anything's going to bring out-of-towners into towners, it's going to be this cinnamon bun recipe.
It's going to be the cinnamon bun recipe. You absolutely know that it's going to be that. What is... I don't even... That's a fisherman's hat. That's
It's
beautiful.
my German. It's my. When I went to Europe and went to tourists, so I've got all my pins on my German hat.
Oh, okay, I like it. Okay. Oh, okay, right. So, Madfish.
It's much more comfortable.
Madfish, are you back? Have you returned?
Yes.
Okay.
Any ears on?
She has kitty ears on, of course. You will know on a 20 that you look fantastic in cat ears, but also you will know that you do know that recently there have been sort of out-of-towners who have been interested in this recipe, specifically like less about how much it's worth and more about you would know that they aren't staying in town. They travel in maybe once a week, and you're pretty sure you could pick them out in a crowd. They dress quite haughtily, nobility sort of clothing, which around here it's just not practical to wear. This is rural country land. It just they will stick out like
streets.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, you feel like pretty confident you could nail these guys if you know were to put them in a lineup or see them half a mile away. You know. So yeah, having rewritten my plot about some cinnamon bun recipe, what do you guys plan to do? Does anyone else want to take a look at? Because unfortunately, Parlay has no idea what this thing is, but there is.
Oh yeah, the thing. This
There
is
is
the
a
thing.
strange
Here's the
device.
thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't
know
have to take a
things.
look. He likes things. What am I rolling to look at that thing?
A history or an arcana?
They're both equally bad, so let's go with history. 13.
Okay, cool. You know this is some sort of magnification device,
Okay.
and it's broken.
You said it was like a telescoping rod?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's a telescope.
Yeah. So, he, like, stretches it out like an accordion, puts it back in, stretches it out, taps it on things, looks in the big end first, looks in the little end first, and he's like, this is some kind of, eye device.
This is some sort of get closer but without moving device.
It's like this is like a
Ooh.
get closer side and a get farther side. Here you go.
But it's broken?
Yeah, it's cracked. So I mean, it doesn't.
okay.
You'll be able to basically make out stuff, but not particularly well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I'm going to spend a few minutes being tremendously amused by it and looking around the room, you know, making things big and then turning them around and making them small, giving it to Bartholomew to get, you know, have a shot. He's going to try it too, because I know he's going to be mind blown by this.
It's the one eye. It's the one eye of just.
It's the one excited eye.
Wait, I turn around and
Just hold the pastry in front of it.
Oh my! You see the
it
largest.
makes the pastries bigger.
Yeah.
Oh my lord! Actually, I know a spell that's almost like this. I do, but I don't know right now. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool stuff right there. Now,
Okay.
what would a baker need with this?
That is a very good question.
Wow, did I have a good thought right there? I did.
Would anybody, completely unrelated, would anybody else watch an entire stream of just Jay being amazed by things? You see JB like incredibly interested in things, just the mundane. It would be it'd be
Yeah. Hey, what is that?
So yeah, we've got the. You guys have sort of like he's got that. He also appeared to have armed himself as Parley has brought back a knife. It isn't like a fighting knife. It is straight up kitchen knife, which is not uncommon in any way for him to own. But it's more the fact that it was packed in his case and wasn't like wrapped.
Which
Easy
is
to
odd.
grab. So.
Yeah. Also, what do you guys think this eye in the sky means? I mean, I'm gonna make a crazy logical leap here and say that where they were meeting was at the eye in the sky.
That's not real. You can't have eyes in the sky. They're only in your head.
Well, I've done some traveling and some wandering around here. Maybe I might know what that could possibly be.
Cool.
But I don't know what it is.
Probably nature.
What?
To see if where like landmark wise, it seems like it would fit with the eye in the sky.
Nature? Can I try that?
You could potentially have survival if you fancy.
Oh, I can do survival.
Okay, cool.
It's the same either way.
Ooh, look at that.
There was such hype for Pikachu.
Yes!
Okay.
Dude.
Yes!
So on a 23, but vastly more impressive on a 17, the perfect number. You guys know all the things. So I will say, on a 17, while following you, that there is nowhere around here known as the Eye in the Sky. It doesn't seem to point to anywhere in particular. On a nat 20, it's less about a location. It's more like a legend.
Okay.
Obviously, the eye in the sky, it's something to do with the moon and the sun that blares down upon you either during the day or night. Some sort of reverence, some sort of connection. It maybe like a portal or something. Meeting under the eye in the sky would suggest midnight or something like that. It's definitely seems to be a connection to the moon in some way.
Okay. What do we know about the moon? An eclipse, maybe? But that doesn't tell us where they meet. We already know we're meeting at midnight. So somewhere with the moon. Where do you see the moon?
In the sky.
But where from the ground can you see the moon?
Nailed this.
Anywhere. You just look up. Duh.
Yeah, but if there's a whole bunch of trees in the way, you can't see it, right?
You climb to the top. Or just get away from the trees.
He has those book learnings, man.
Where are the no trees? Go to the no trees.
Yes. We need to go to a place where we can see the sky very well. And that would be secret that someone would hide it. Because this is a
What
first
if you
view.
use the make it go closer, and then you can see it from anywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So let's go to a high place and use the thing and see what we see. How far is it till midnight?
To midnight now, you probably got about maybe a couple of hours.
Okay. So obviously we gotta polish off all of these pastries.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
then,
of course. Well, we can bring some with us.
yeah.
I think it could be a picnic.
Yeah. Okay, so we gotta get a
I mean,
picnic ready.
You can just climb the mill.
Okay.
It's right there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
so yeah.
he points to the giant rotating mill in the center of the kitchen.
Okay, you guys. Okay, so roll me some athletics checks to get up. Unless, do you have any like equipment for this, or is this just like I'm just gonna attach myself?
Oh no,
somehow?
there's like it's like pegs. So you know how there's like on the old school windmills, there's like 4 fans that like are vertical. You got to get up there and fix them sometimes. You got to replace the webbing. So there's pegs that go up there.
Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, you guys
Most have steps.
make me an athletics check, but this will be at advantage for this thing. Which is good because you guys roll. Oh yeah, no. that could have potentially been interesting. But yeah, no, you guys managed to haphazardly like get yourselves up there, and you can sit slowly rotating, and like in a little bit of a breeze as you wait for a short little while. So as you're going to be waiting for midnight.
Well, we can still look, like see if we see anything. So we can spend the time until then trying to find some stuff. Like we'll trade off the telescope.
Okay,
See the ball from here.
checks. So who takes the first sort of watch?
I'll do it. I'll do it. So
Okay,
perception.
roll me a perception check. Are you using the the device to make things closer?
Yes. To
Okay.
see far away things.
The device to see far away things. On a 12, you catch a couple of things. You see the neighbours having an argument. You see that it turns out number 37, Mrs. Dalton, appears to actually be stealing clothes pegs from her neighbour. And you also notice that the guards are specifically still guarding like the burnt down remains of the bakery. But that's all you catch.
Okay. I will share what I see, and then I'll hand the telescope off.
Okay, who takes the next watch?
Onyx will take the next watch.
I'm very disappointed in the lady stealing.
Lady Dalton, like it's long been a suspicion of the townsfolk that she is a criminal through and through.
Yeah, you can't trust Lady Dalton. She takes
No,
stuff.
Just can't.
absolutely not.
She doesn't like pie. Who doesn't like
Oh
pie?
yeah, don't even.
Those cake people, you cannot trust a cake person.
Exactly.
This is true. This is true. So on the perfect number, on a 17, you will notice, Mike, that Onyx sees some interesting folk entering sort of town, except they're coming into the outskirts and not really. They deviate off the path. There's 3 of them. They come in on horseback, but then dismount just outside town, and they walk their horse a little ways out towards a small lake that sits nearby the town. And they sort of vanish into the trees, but you feel like you can just about make out the horse just on the edge of the tree line by the lake. It looks like he's been tied off maybe to a tree or something. Still present there, but it's hard to make it out given the cracked lenses on this thing.
Okay.
You will also notice that that Mrs. Dalton has now gone ahead. She's stealing clothes now. She's gone completely off the rails. I think it's
he
at this
whispers,
point
"I
the
knew
question:
it."
do we try and get to the bottom of what was going on at the bakery, or do we do something about Mrs. Dalton before it gets out of hand? What plot do we want to go with here?
No,
guys?
it's fine. She's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we can deal with her later.
Okay. All right. Just
We'll report her to the guards.
We'll keep our eyes on her. I bet that squirrel works for Mrs. Dodson. I bet it does.
Totally
And it does.
in cahoots with the squirrels. We have
She's
uncovered
in
a plot.
cahoots. There is no doubt about that.
No doubt.
But that horse over by the lake sounds kind of suspicious. Should we go check that out?
Well,
I
I'm
think
sure
so.
the horse is fine, but the people that rode them.
Yeah. But maybe the horse. We should probably also talk to the horse. Just
You think he's in cahoots with the squirrel?
well, you never
I
know.
think he's crazy.
That squirrel is a criminal mastermind, I tell you. You gotta
Okay.
keep your eye on him at all times.
Well, that's why you have a squirrel robot.
I know,
Yes.
it's so cool.
We got to bring the clockwork squirrel with us.
Dude, that's
Oh,
what we do everywhere. What are you talking about?
roll me an
Question
Arcana.
about that.
Um,
That is in
Roll me an
my
Arcana.
bag with my extra Seminole that I'm not sharing. I'm just saying.
indeed.
You have an extra
roll me
cinnamon
an
roll for
Arcana.
the squirrel. Who's rolling it?
Bartholomew, real quick.
What am I? I'm sorry, what am I rolling?
Arcana.
Oh,
And
good lord.
as you do that, are you gonna make a perception check with, or are you guys heading
That
up?
would have been the first one, which was, negative on both.
Double negative ones.
That's a
I'll
good
get to
one.
that in just
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
are you gonna take a mosey on, like a little peek through this device and see if you can spot anything more?
Yeah, might as well. See what's going on.
Or are you just gonna straight up head on towards doors?
Sure, I'll take a look. I'll see what I can see. And that was my Arcana check to see what I can see. Do I poke my eye out?
No. Make me a perception check. That was for something different.
Oh, gotcha. Perception. Hey, look at me. I don't know nothing about no magic, even though I'm a sorcerer.
So on a nat 20, you look out, you see the lake. You see some, it looks like a small, maybe a torch, maybe a fire, something. It's hard to make out how big the fire is, but there's people over there, clearly. They are talking, sort of like, it looks like gathered around, maybe like a little campfire, and they keep gazing around, they keep walking off and then coming back, and they seem anxious. They seem like some of them are pacing. There's only 3 of them, but one of them's like pacing, and the other 2 keep checking. You can see they're armed, but not like they're not wearing like plate mail armor and everything like that. They just have axes and swords, and they definitely appear to be anticipating the arrival of someone, something, or some event. Something is going down. That's all you get to see. For as you've been tinkering with this toy little robotic squirrel, you're not sure what you do. You do something. Maybe you just trigger it. But this squirrel goes nuts.
The squirrel's name is actually Tumbler.
It's called... What's the squirrel's name?
Tumbler.
Tumbler.
That's why it's triggered. Josh, how do you like when puns happen? How do you like
Oh,
It's definitely getting my nat one.
Okay, you're definitely getting a nat 1 on your next one for the death. So, yeah, that's gonna be... God damn it. You were gonna have this squirrel straight up bite you on the cheek. You're gonna take a little nom. You only take 1. You take 1 piercing damage as it bites into your cheek.
You little bastard! What was that for?
Give me
I've been nothing but good to you. You got your whole life, and now you go and bite me. What is that all about?
The whole 20 minutes you've been in the presence
We have
of.
a deep, deep bond, me and this squirrel. I'm telling you.
Does a 15 hit Onyx's armor class?
Onyxes? Oh,
Yeah. And does
that's you, Mike.
a 10 hit Parlay's armor class?
I don't think so. No.
Cool. Okay, so this squirrel, it savagely bites at a poor old Bartholomew, and then it launches a pair of nuts at the pair of you and dives, leaping off the mill.
Are they acorns?
He throws acorns, and then he tries to like spread wings that like flaps that he doesn't have, and it plummets from the top of the mill and vanishes into the undergrowth. You're not sure if it survives or not, but it.
I told that little squirrel that he was not a flying squirrel, but he did not believe me.
I love how many conversations you've had about life, and
We have a deep, meaningful relationship. I'm telling you, we've been up here on this rooftop for 20 minutes. That's like plenty of time.
Yeah. Minutes.
I'm a very good judge of character. I will let you know.
he says, trusting implicitly the squirrel that just savaged his face. Yeah, absolutely.
It's not a bad day. We all have bad day every once in a while.
Yeah.
So, by the way, those folks down over there by the lake, they are waiting on somebody who ain't showing up. So,
Okay, well, we better get over there.
I think we better go see what that's all about.
We could show up.
Yeah. Let's show up.
Ooh. Should we say that Zachary sent us because he can't get out the door?
Okay.
Yes.
That makes sense, right?
That sounds perfectly logical.
We could bring cinnamon rolls to prove we're from him, but that means we've got to give him some of our last cinnamon rolls.
What if
Yeah,
it's
we
just
don't have that many left. I don't think we should risk that.
Yeah, we don't need to convince him that bad.
Well, as a last resort.
As a last resort.
Okay, you guys make your way there, along with cinnamon rolls. How are you approaching? Are you just approaching out in the open, or are you trying to sneak up, or what's the deal?
Well, they're expecting us, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're not very good at sneaking anyway, so...
I think Onyx will try to sneak.
Okay, so just us two will come up.
With Onyx flanking you, rolling a stealth check. 15. You know what? He's semi-quiet. He's almost sort of not there a little bit, sort of inconspicuous, slightly.
Yeah, he's a little not
massive.
there. That's for sure.
Yeah. And you guys approach, and as you do, you notice like the fire being doused, and what are your passive perceptions, real quick, as you're sort of like listening out for stuff?
15.
10.
14.
Sorry, what was Onyx?
15.
15. On a 15, you will just make out the sound of, it sounds like swords being drawn.
Okay. Yeah, he doesn't really have any way to tell anyone that.
So we have no idea.
No, you guys
Oh,
just...
I'm just marching right on in there.
I am going to cast above where I had previously seen the fire, or like the people or whatever. I'm going to cast dancing lights.
Okay, cool. How many are you creating?
So 4,
4? Cool.
and like sort of spread over so I can see the people that.
So a UFO appears, like just slowly, like slowly orbiting there. Yeah. So it's concentration up to 1 minute. Cool. Yeah. It illuminates, and you see standing like half behind trees are 2 men with swords drawn, looking towards you. They're just wearing like leather armor, but behind them is someone, clearly one of these out-of-towners, wearing nobility sort of clothing, has a bow, a long bow, in hand, and a small quiver of arrows. Hasn't drawn, hasn't knocked, anything like that, but is eyeing you. They all seem a little startled by the sudden light.
I'm like got my hands up like, hi.
Hey,
I'm
you
not-
folks. Hey, Zachary sent us. He couldn't make it out the door.
Roll me a deception check.
I'm actually good at deception.
I believe you.
See if I have anything that can help.
A 23, damn! They both shake their heads. They look back to the woman in your presence, and she sighs deeply and nods, allowing you forward. And you hear them grumbling about, bloody knew he'd be on the cannon. You see the size of that guy? He was massive as well.
But that's so tasty.
They are so. It's basically like,
Sometimes we have to sacrifice for the delicious morsels of our buddy Zachary, now don't we?
one of them. They seem sold on that. How close is Onyx getting?
He is. Is there like an opening? Is this like a clearing in the trees?
Yeah, it's a small clearing. There's not really enough to like pitch a tent. It's just
Okay.
like a small clearing.
Yeah, he's gonna stay in like just outside of firelight or just outside of the dancing lights light.
Okay, cool. You're a halfling, aren't you?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So the only actually no, two of you have dark vision, I believe.
I do.
And no
Halfling don't.
dark vision?
Yeah, gnomes have, I think, yeah, don't we all?
I think we all do.
No, halflings don't get dark vision.
Okay. Yeah, half of them I do.
But yeah, you are there, and sort of keeping an eye on things. Roll me a perception just to see what you pick up about these guys. As the other two, what's like your opening gambit with them, other than sort of making
Nat 20.
friends? Damn. Okay. So yeah, you get dark vision, as I know. So on a nat 20, you notice that there's something a little bit off about these guys. Specifically, the two guys who are like the two guards. They seem a little jerky, a little. How do you say? There's something a bit unnatural about them. They sort of have a bit of a joke between each other, but it just rings a bit hollow. They turn and they smile towards the lady, but it's not very convincing. There's just something a little off and unsettling about them. All of their movements look incredibly, like, not graceful, just very precise.
Like robots. He whispers to himself.
Of course, I have no idea about this because he hasn't told us this.
No, he's still in the woods.
Yeah.
Hats come off.
Josh has an entire collection of hats. He's a room full of hats in his house.
I have so many hats. I think I ended
But
up...
we might have to have a hat off at some point.
We need a hat off, indeed.
So yeah, Onyx is
yeah.
going to stay hidden.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to make me another stealth check at advantage because, you know, you're doing pretty well at keeping yourself camouflaged to this point.
19.
Oh, that's right.
Just about. Yeah. They don't notice you. As what exactly does, apart from sort of saying, Zachary sent us and bluffing your way past the guards, how do you approach clearly the leader of this group?
So, howdy, ma'am. Yeah, we got the goods. We're here to do the deal. Deal the deal. Yeah, that's why we're here, right? I'll give you a nudge.
Who do you say that to?
It's the lady, right? There was a lady.
No. Who does Madfish whisper that to?
Oh,
The people we're talking to.
Okay, cool.
I don't know if that gets me anywhere, but
You guys both roll me insight checks. If all three of you can roll insight checks because you can. Yeah, I'm gonna continue to give you a nat 20.
Nat 20.
Damn. Okay, you know all the things. You know all the things from now on in this game.
Cool.
Until I throw a nat 1 at you is better.
I don't know that much.
That looming over you. Yeah. You say eye in the sky, and like hopefully that'll get you where you want to go, wherever that is or whatever this deal is.
I have no idea. I'm just making shut up.
Yeah, because we're playing Final Fantasy III right now, and you got to use keywords to progress the story conversation.
Our following, you will know that it's kind of you got a reaction from Eye in the Sky.
Okay.
Something is definitely set her off, and the guards. I'm going to say more like the guards are sort of like either side of you, so it's less from them. But on a nat 20, like Onyx, you will notice this. They smile intensely, but it's not a warming smile. Especially when Eye in the Sky is mentioned. They have this sort of, you know, whatever this is what they were expecting, and they seem to be deferring to whoever this lady is to sort of give them, taking their cues from her. She seems a little, almost disappointed. And she says, "So you're here about the Eye in the Sky?"
Yeah, of course. That's why we're here. Right? Yeah, the eye in the sky. That's why we're here. Yep, aren't we? We are. We're here. That's why.
True. We're also here for Strokey McGinger. Thanks for the follow. You are a gentleman and a scholar.
Indeed. As Strokey McGinger strokes his majestic beard.
Ginger beard.
Gingerbeard.
Gingerbread.
Gingerbread cookie
Goes
beard.
back to the...
Yes.
It's all about
It
the
is all
buns.
connected, I tell you.
Oh, connected. We just suddenly see Stick's wall of like conspiracy. And it's all
The
just-
squirrels are in it with the horses.
Squirrels are in it with the horses and the.
And then they got big gingerbread.
Wait, oh my God, was he developing a gingerbread cinnamon roll
It goes all the way to the top, man.
all the way to the top? The mayor's
all the way to the eye in the sky.
all the way to the eye in the sky.
We know.
We
So
know.
you guys have figured it all out. I might as well
Yeah, I mean,
just like play board games for the rest of the stream. So yeah, whatever this is, like it's really got her attention, and she says, "Well, you're here for the eye in the sky."
Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yeah.
Do you have the device with you?
Yes,
the thing. The
yes,
thing.
we do.
May I see it?
I reach over to my good friend, my little gnome friend. You have it, right? I don't have it.
Yeah,
You have it?
here you
Yeah. See, yeah, right here. See, it makes things bigger and smaller.
Indeed. So, yeah, she will hold out a hand and say, "May I have a look at it to see if it's been damaged?"
Well, I think we should make this an even trade. Why don't you give us what you owe us at the same time?
Do I
Being
have
smart.
I'm just seeing if I get
He
mending.
says at full volume.
No, I don't have anything that would fix it. I don't think. Wait, what part of it is broken?
The actual glass lens is broken.
Okay, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion,
Nice.
and I am going to make it appear as if it is not broken.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Yeah, so it's in
go ahead.
perfectly fine condition. Perfectly
She,
fine.
okay, so yeah, she nods, she takes it, she looks through it, she sees, it appears to be entirely undamaged, and says, "And you've used this device."
Well, yeah, you just saw me use it.
Right. Well, in which case...
We looked at some stuff and it got bigger,
And smaller.
and then we turned it around and the stuff got smaller.
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
So, would you mind coming with me? Your payment, the payment we agreed with for Zachary is just over here.
Uh-huh.
And she gestures towards like the horse with the
Oh, I
saddle
believe
bags.
I would like...
He would.
You can insult it.
I'm smart enough to know what that means.
Yeah, you can also, Mike, you can roll an insight as well for Onyx.
Okay.
As he's listening in. Jeez.
I totally shouldn't know. So, I should be too stupid to know that.
Somehow. Okay, right, so Parley, there's something a bit off about this. I mean, what was Zachary doing out here? You don't know who she is. I mean, you're not sure what this deal is or why she wants this thing, so who knows? Same with Onyx.
So,
Uh,
how about we do it this way? Hey guys, I think she's lying. Hey Onyx over there, I think she's lying.
You see her raise an eyebrow and nod to one of the guards.
No.
Begins to look out, and you're going to have to make me a stealth check on it if you want to remain hidden, as he's going to actively search for you. And I'm going to give you best picture.
Yeah,
now.
I was gonna say I'm gonna use that nat one. Yeah.
And he spots you immediately. Like,
So-
in fact, maybe trying to pickpocket him.
So yeah, so as the guard breaks off from the other guard and goes to walk towards the tree line, Onyx jumps out of the tree line and goes, "Ta-da!"
Ooh. Yeah, you startle him, and
I should have rolled some hit dice when we rested.
does a 15 hit your armor class, Onyx?
It does.
Okay, because you've just jumped out at a man with a sword drawn, who's not sure what's out there. So you're gonna take 9 slashing damage as he just rakes into your gut with a sword. It's just backing up, Looks.
Sorry, Onyx.
He's still smiling. He has your blood on his sword.
Like a creep. Okay.
I have your blood on my sword.
Let's see.
Do you react?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out math.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, so he stumbles backwards back into the tree line and is like, "What the heck? That was a trick. That's not what you clap." I did the whole ta-da.
He claps with one hand,
That's weird.
like that. The other hand is still holding the sword.
You're
He's
weird.
still smiling.
You're
Hey,
weird.
hey, man, you can't do that to my friend. Why do you stick my friend with a sword? We're having a nice parlay here.
She,
Yeah.
the lady, roll me some perception checks real quick, as things start to happen.
Yes.
On a nat 20, like Bartholomew, you entirely are focused on the fact that Onyx has just been stuck, as you say. But like Parlay, you see this lady like try and step back round behind you guys and reach into her quiver, and she starts to draw an arrow for her longbow.
Oh.
The other guard looks to her. She nods.
Okay. Let's see. What do I have? That is not a concentration. I am going to cast Prestidigitation. And I'm going to make a very loud noise from like a ways away. Like make the sound of I can make a noise, right, with this?
Yeah, you can make a noise.
Yeah. So like the sound of the guards coming.
Oh, like the mechanical guys?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, like you make like it's essentially sounds like almost like a whirring. Imagine like an electric car, that sort of like whirring sound that they make as these things accelerate across grass towards the edge of the trees.
I'm
And,
also going to prepare my dagger.
Cool.
Take my dagger out.
Roll me a sleight of hand to see if she catches that. She's semi-distracted by that. Yeah, she spots that.
Very obvious.
We now have a Mexican standoff. We have the two guards, one of which already has the blood of Onyx on his sword and is still smiling at Onyx, very reassuringly. And the other guard is just looking towards Bartholomew, just sort of trying to gauge whether or not he's going to do anything. And then we have Parlay standing there next to the elf. She's basically got the arrow in her hand, but she hasn't knocked it and drawn it yet. But she's looking at you. You can see that she's done that. She can see you've just drawn a dagger. You make eyes at each other. She hears this noise. She's not sure. She's caught up a little short. What do you do?
I'm just like holding it as if not to attack, but more like defensively. You know, like I'm not. Like I'm ready to fight back, but I'm not going to start a fight. And I just kind of look over at like where I made the sound come from, like I'm waiting for the guards to show up.
Roll me an insight. She's definitely hesitating. You don't know which way this is going to go.
Crap. Guys, help me out here! Do something!
So is everyone just standing there?
We have a proper Mexican standoff here. What do we all do?
Onyx is gonna walk towards the horses.
Aren't you stuck on a sword?
Well, I mean, he
No,
slashed
no.
me.
Oh, he slashed you. I thought you were pierced.
Yeah, no, you are slashed. So yeah, he's
Yeah.
not stuck. He's not like impaled on a sword. He's just like got his gut.
Yeah, so he's like peering out from behind the other guy to see what everyone else is doing, and then he says, "You guys suck," and then he walks towards the horse.
Cool.
It's the worst trick ever.
Okay, as that happens, Bartholomew, roll me an insight.
Insight. Oh, look at that.
Okay,
Nice.
the guy who just slashed at Onyx is about to run him through.
Oh, there'll be none of that. Bippity boppity booyah. Scorching ray.
A Scorching Ray on an 11. Actually, technically, yeah, you have advantage because unfortunately he's entirely got his back to you as he's about to try and run Onyx through. So roll me some damage. 5 fire damage. Everyone roll me initiative, as we're definitely...
Actually, isn't that like 3 beams? Isn't that how that works?
let me just...
Yeah, 3 rays of fire.
Okay, let me just...
And you do a ranged attack for each.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, a 22 will hit.
So, damage on the second one.
Nat 1, beautiful.
And then the third one. Does a 15 hit?
15... Yeah, 15 hits. Just. Hang on.
So he takes 20 points of damage altogether. Bippity boppity booyah, you don't run my friend through.
Okay, so we have... Onyx. We have...
Oh, and I need to roll this.
I've just utterly butchered spelling buff on you. B-A-R, cool. We have Parlay, and we have the 2 guards and the lady. Okay, so what did we all get for initiative? We've got Onyx is sitting on a...
I got 11.
Onyx got a 13.
Stick got a 22.
Damn. GG. 13, 11, and a 22. Lady's going on a 19. So, still going after Bartholomew. We'll count this as like you sort of kicking it off. This being the top of the round. And the guard's got a nat 1. So they are going dead last. As that all happens, it's been Bartholomew's go, taking it actually next to the lady, who is going to... She's going to draw and try and shoot. She's a bit close at the moment, so she's going to take a few steps back, retreating, and she's going to take a shot at Parlay. Does a 17 hit your armor class?
Yes.
It's a perfect number, of course it does. You're going to take... You're going to take 9 piercing damage as a longbow arrow just like spears into your side, as she sort of like tries to get some distance between you two. She's quite clearly not dressed for these sort of like these climates, but you know she backs up.
I have 5 hit points now.
Oh damn!
I am very hurt.
Good shot, good shot. Why do you have so few hit points?
Because she got 8 points of fun damage.
Oh yeah, you didn't roll any hit die during your long rest, your short rest. So
I really should have done that.
Indeed. To Onyx, behind you. Let me just check. How much damage did you do?
I did 20.
20 damage is enough to not kill it, but it's going to change it dramatically. Onyx, you turn and Parlay, you'll be unaware of this immediately because you are being shot at and dealing with this lady. But both Onyx and Bartholomew will see the thing you just struck is not a man. It's simply essentially patchwork skin over some sort of mechanical construct of a skeletal human nature that you have just blown a ragged hole through. It's missing its left arm and is like barely standing. It's jittering. It's kind of a mess. but it's still standing and it still has a sword in its hand. What do you do?
Is anyone close to it besides me?
No, not really.
Okay. So I am going to attack this thing, because it just tried to stab me, and obviously it's lit on fire now. So I'm going to attack this thing, and I'm going to use my Fast Hands ability to use my cunning action to make a sleight of hand to try to steal things from inside of it.
Okay, so are you going for an attack or are you just trying to...
Both.
Okay, you're going for an attack and try and rip
Yeah.
stuff out.
So cunning action lets me use as a bonus action, and then Fast Hands lets me use cunning action to steal stuff.
Okay, cool. In which case, roll me... 10 is not a hit.
Is 21 enough to steal things out of its insides, though?
A 21 is enough to rip something... Make me an athletics check to see if you can rip out something vital to essentially break it. Actually, yeah, no, athletics, yeah.
18.
Yeah, on an 18, you rip out something very important.
Yes.
It's glowing, and it stops glowing as you rip out, and this thing like tries to put a sword down on you, but as it does, like its hand malfunctions and all its fingers like start flexing in different ways, and it just drops the sword, and it essentially just limply flails at you, collapses on the floor as steam starts venting out of different places on it. It's a mess.
Yes.
Once you kill this thing, and yeah, you've stolen something important. What it is, you'll have to examine next round because it's Parlay's go. Parley, you're looking pretty worse.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna heal myself.
I mean, I would recommend it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do me a cure wounds. We'll just do first level for now.
Sure, those 10. Damn, that's a pretty solid roll. Yeah,
That'll work.
yeah, you can take that.
Okay. And I'm just seeing if I have anything I can use as a bonus action.
And while you do, how are we doing on rituals? Let me just check.
We're at 14.
14, okay. Just it's more and dramatically.
We're at 15.
rituals.
15, so 5 more guys, and we do a
Five?
viewer decision.
Indeed, and I'm perfectly happy
Yeah.
to let you guys entirely throw what I had planned out. It's fine.
Looks like I don't really have anything I can use as a bonus action. So I guess that will be it. Unless, I mean, I can't use my dagger as a bonus action, so
Okay, no problem. So
I don't think I have anything.
the next thing we have, next person up in the initiative order is the guards, actually.
Oh, I'm gonna move out of the way.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you won't. It's not to disengage because she's hitting you from 10 feet away from ranged. So it'll be the guard's turn. There's only one standing. He's going to turn and he's going to make 2 swipes at. This is with a +3 attached towards Bartholomew. So does a 10 and then 8 armor plus Bartholomew.
My armor class?
Yeah.
13. My armor class is 13.
Okay, so not this thing comes swinging at you. You will notice that the first swing it goes like overarm, and then its arm comes round, and it just continues the whole way round and windmills beautifully
That's
in a
not
way
right.
that no human arm should be able to move. As it swings at you again, missing just. What do you? Taking it to your turn. So what do you do in response to this? As you've got a guard bearing down on you, not exactly acting very natural, and just next to you is a sort of just a little ways off is Parley, who looks like she's having a bit of a rough time. She's got a longbow arrow sticking out of her gut.
Let's see. What can I do? I am going to let's stick with the what's working. I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
And here you go. Stand by.
Everyone get out of the way. I'm casting random fire. I don't know how I'm doing it, and we're in a forest.
Okay, for some reason it is not showing up. Stand by.
Standing by.
Hands.
Red leader, standing by.
Red leader, stand by. Do that, and then do this,
Red October.
and then click that.
Click all the buttons simultaneously. Mash the keyboard.
Oh,
Okay, it's I'm gonna regular roll it. It is a 3d6.
Okay.
Oh, I got to hit her first though. Sorry, I got to roll
Yeah,
d20 plus my spell attack bonus. D20 plus. Sorry, I gotten too used to all the tricks.
That's cool. So yeah, it's a
Okay, let's see if I actually hit. 23. Does that hit?
20. That fucking that smashes into this thing. I do believe it's each creature in a 15-foot cone. It's actually so the reason it's not rolling is I've just checked. Burning Hands is actually a dex save.
That's why.
So let me just roll 2 dex saves and I orientating. Yeah, Parlay, make me a dex save because this is going to splurge
Oh,
out.
sorry.
Oh god, that's a nat one.
not for me.
What's your spell save?
14. She makes it.
Cool. So yeah, you're just on the, you're just sort of because you're not quite in the full. You're just on the outskirts of what you can hit, so you're not going to take any damage from that. The guard, however, is right in front of you. He rolled a 7. So yeah, he takes all the 8 damage, and you see his skin start to melt, exposing some sort of metallic skeleton underneath. It's like clockwork, cogs, all that jazz.
And I actually owe you 2
Wild magic.
wild magic. See if I have a wild magic effect, which is just a 20, correct?
I think it's 100.
It's 100.
Well, but it's whether it happens or not first.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's whether or not I get one first. But you're the DM, so you can tell me what on a what number up to what number on a 20 gives me wild magic search. Because we've forgotten about like 4 of them, so you can nail me if you want.
So, Jay, at the start of this, you said you've never played a wild magic sorcerer. I don't recall a time we've ever had one on ERP.
Oh, well, there you go. So yeah, on a 20, if I roll a 1, I go onto the table of wild magic.
Indeed. So, say.
And I've missed like 4 of those rolls.
Okay, so roll me 4d20, and let's see.
Okay.
You know what? On a 2, I'm gonna say roll. Just roll because you've never played.
I was gonna say for the viewing audience.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just have it.
Now the real question is, do I roll the handbook one or do I roll the big one?
This is encounter roleplay. I feel like we can possibly extend to the D10,000 table, and if you guys don't know what that is, I'm about to show you. Roll me a D10,000 because we have a D10,000 wild magic surge table because 100 is just
It's not enough.
dead.
79, 85, which is a high number, and this is gonna say, yeehaw! Here it comes, boys. This is gonna be a good one. I can feel it coming. Saddle up.
79.
Here we go. Yeah.
No, I feel like I have to swing my hat around.
Get out your spirit towels. We're going.
Oh,
Get those hacks off, boys.
Josh, none of those are good.
What did you say? 79.
79, 85.
79.85.
Okay. You know what, I'm gonna move that slightly because the likelihood of it actually coming into effect, and I definitely want people to like witness something. So I'll move it down. Pick up or down.
Oh,
Up. Cool. You fire these flaming hands, and just thick smoke appears everywhere around you as you start to you basically set the floor on fire. No one else will see this. He just strikes the creature in front of him. But for you, you will see smoke around you because what I've given you is, while outdoors, target perceives everything around you to be shrouded in fog. So we're going to flip that on to be smoke, and yeah, everything around you seems to be on fire constantly. But something.
Where'd all this fog come from? Can anyone see what's going on? Did I hit it? Did I hit it?
You hit it!
First he sees squirrels and now he sees fog? This guy's weird.
He is indeed. Speaking
Squirrel. He has put up a frog cloud. A frog cloud.
Speaking of weird,
I
if you
can-
guys in chat
I
want to
can
have more of those
talk to
D10,000s, you can click that donate button and you can donate for a random D10,000 roll for any of the players or the DM.
Indeed, you can make me roll one for one of the player characters if you want. On a nat 20, god damn. Whew. Okay, so on a nat 20, out of the fog that doesn't exist. Unfortunately, it's not hampering anyone's vision apart from Bartholomew, which means there is nothing between Parley and this lady, who pulls back her longbow once more, waits till the pause between the beats of her heart, and releases this arrow, flies true, and nails Parley straight in the chest, felling her in a single hit. She's not dead, but you are definitely down and not stable, as you are reduced by 19 points. I presume, what's your total hit?
I think she is dead.
It was 23 and I was at 15.
I think she is dead.
No, you're good.
No, unconscious.
Yeah, you drop like a sack of potatoes as you crash into the ground, and this lady is going to start fleeing, leaving it with Onyx. Onyx, you will see this, and you will also see a melting man exposing his skeletal frame underneath that's trying to cut into Bartholomew, not having much luck. As Bartholomew is just holding hands up and fire, and gouts of flame are just shooting out.
So how far away is this lady?
Currently she's going to move, so she's probably about 40 feet away.
Okay, so I'm going to use my cunning action to dash, and I'm going to run after her with my short sword out and my dagger out, and I'm going to attack her and say, "That wasn't very nice," as I jump through the air to attack her.
Cool, roll me a quick stealth.
Stealth?
Because there's a chance you'll get this advantage, because
Sure.
you are small and easy to hide. I'll just
Well.
roll a quick passive. Yeah, she sees you coming.
Okay.
She's ready as you jump through the air. Make me that attack. A 12 is not a hit. 17 is a hit, though.
Okay. So, oh god. So it takes 4 dagger damage. 4 slashing.
Yeah, she does. She takes that for slashing damage, and it sticks into her as she stumbles slightly, and is going to try and draw a dagger of her own. That'll bring it round to Parley. Parley, make me a death saving throw.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Just by the skin of your teeth, mark yourself down as one success. The gods, this guy is going to continue to buzz and pinwheel towards poor Bartholomew. So it'll be a 2d20. So a 14 and a 12. With 12 misses.
The 12 misses, the 14 hits.
With a longsword, which is for 6 slashing damage, as he finally makes his mark.
Okay.
I'm having mad fish. People are rioting in chat.
Why'd you go and do that?
No. Because I'm gonna die.
Yeah, now they're gonna kill
no.
Josh in the tavern.
I'm talking to the robot who just hit me.
Indeed, he doesn't. He's still smiling, except only half of his face is smiling. The other half looks like brass metal of some sort, with like cogs whirring, rotating in an iris. So yeah, on it being Doc's turn, that takes us all around, which means back up at the top, it's Bartholomew again. You can do more than just ask him something. You can retort, and you can't.
He's close enough so I can see him, even with all this fog, right?
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, it's just for range stuff. You don't need to.
Well, I see that this guy is Metal Man, so I'm thinking that I'm going to use good old shock and grasp on him because I think that's got to not be good to Mr. Metal Man.
Indeed.
Hippity bop and booyah!
23. That definitely hits. Roll me some damage.
Oh.
No, it does more than that. It's because.
Well, actually, do I have to use a sorcery point before or after? Do I have to start empowering it?
I will give it to you after, but you are going to roll me a 1d20 for the wild magic.
To empower it is just using a sorcery point, which gets me to re-roll it.
Okay, cool.
Did you say he has a 10,000 level, sir?
I'll do that, and now I've got. Yeah, if you want to give me a penalty on my wild magic. But yeah. Because you let me have that, I now get a wild magic.
Indeed, yeah. Let's have it do 10,000.
And here we go again. This has been a good day for me.
This has
I don't
indeed.
usually get to ride this with this magic like this all the time.
However, on that shocking grasp is actually going to stun this thing as it's a construct, and given its mechanical nature, you deduced correctly. Yeah, it's going to take a lot of extra damage for its build. It's not dead, but it's definitely not at its best in any way. Its movements become jerky. It doesn't seem to be able to like fend you off. There's an opening. 4787. However, there's also a wild magic surge.
Yeehaw, let's go. What do we got here? Uh-oh.
So
Strap him down.
you reach out and shocking blast, like you touch it and like course lightning through it. And when you pull your hand away, it's as flat as a pancake.
A hand?
Yeah, it's entirely flat. It looks like a frying pan. For future reference, no one else will be able to see this. This will be one. We'll add to the long list of stuff that Styx can see that no one else can see.
I can use this as a spatula so I can pick up more cinnamon buns. I'm not getting all bad. Everyone thinks the bad stuff happens, but this is cool.
He invented the medieval pizza paddle.
So yeah, as it's now this lady's turn, who is going to try and make a swipe at you with a dagger for 16 onyx.
That will hit.
It's just for 5 damage. As she stabs him wildly at you. And it is your turn.
I'm gonna. Oh man. Let me
I'm
see.
going to laugh darkly and mischievously.
Yep. I am going to. I'm going to use my cunning action as a bonus action to try to sleight of hand her dagger out of her hand, while also attacking her with my short sword.
Okay, roll me the sleight of hand first.
18.
An 18.
Sleight of hand.
I'm gonna see if she can hold on to it. Roll me to hit.
19 to hit.
Nat 20. She fucking does not let go of that. In fact, on a nat 20,
I knew I should have given you my subscriber one.
So yeah, you're gonna take 2 piercing damage as you your hands grab the blade and it stabs into your hand.
Okay.
But a 19 will still hit.
Yeah, she takes 4 damage.
Yeah, she's gonna fall. She's not dead, but she falls. She's like you would understand. This is like you've dealt her a mortal injury. It will claim her life if not treated.
So I look down at her and I say, "This is just for recipes. Why are you stabbing people?"
She just looks so confused. She says, recipes?
Yeah, the cinnamon buns.
What?
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 Huh?
Wait,
What?
what? What the hell? What about?
What did you think? Did you think that we just hit 20 retweets and have a viewer decision right this very second? Because that's what just happened,
Oh,
guys.
good lord! Did we really?
Yep. We sure did.
You know what? We've just hit 20, so I tell you what. Right now, let's get a line in chat.
Oh, good lord!
And underneath this line that I drop in chat right now, you guys are going to come up with some suggestions. There it is. It's live. I want suggestions of what is really going on here, because I had a plan, but
Uncover-
it's up to you.
Yeah. What is the plot of this story?
What is the plot of this story? If it's not cinnamon buns, what is it, guys?
I just realized as well I can talk to squirrels.
You,
So, as a forest gnome.
He
So,
is in on the plot.
when I get near that squirrel again.
The robot squirrel.
No,
the
the one that robbed your house.
Oh, right. The one that doesn't exist.
Yes, the robot squirrel, the master thief squirrel.
They're in it together.
So yeah, he looks down at her and he says, "They're just buns. They're good, but we don't murder for buns. That's just weird."
Can I see that she's down? Or is my fog vision?
I forgot you have fog vision.
yeah, no, I'm going to say, like, you can sort of make out that something is going on. That's
Well, because you said my robot guy's stunned, right?
yeah, you've stunned him. He's not dead, but he's stunned.
Can I go over and try to do a medicine check to stabilize my buddy?
Yeah, you can indeed.
So I don't know much what I'm doing here, but you look pretty bad off. Maybe we should see what we can do to make you better. Nope. At least I didn't make it worse.
So it's you did. It's one success, one failure.
Oh.
On that, Parlay, make me a death saving throw. It's 2 failures. Oh, buddy.
Wait, don't I have an inspiration or something?
You do.
You do have an inspiration.
Can I use that to get above my death save? Can I use
Well,
that?
but it just means you roll it twice,
Past
right?
death save?
Yeah. It means you
I
roll
get
it
to roll it
twice.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you re-roll that.
Oh.
On a 12, it's one failure, 2 successes. Nat 1 will still kill you, but Nat 20 will get you. Well, basically, if you just succeed, you can get back up. So as that happens, let me just check suggestions. Need all the PCs here, time out. All the characters are just playing laughing in a big world, so it's not coming off saying else. I did that. I did that recently, and they got really annoyed with me as everything was takes a shot every time Josh says a pun, dies from alcohol poisoning. Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie, thanks.
Zachary is actually a wizard, and his ingredients are cleverly disguised spells. Okay, I like it. And these are actually the most... Okay, well, I'm going to can someone like slam that into a straw poll real quick because we've only got 12 minutes left. So I want to get this viewer decision in as quickly as possible. So yeah, if one of the mods could put that into a yeah, Nix is there. Cool. Nix, if you would be able to put that up in the straw poll, that would be phenomenally helpful, and I would love you for all time immemorial. Yeah. So as that's happening, yeah, you can spy over your friend Onyx is staring down upon someone. It looks like he's. You can't tell whether she's alive or not. You can hear voices though. It sounds like she might be, and you guys have a sort of some semblance of peace, and as like time is going to pass, just quickly, Madfish, give me one last death save, unless it's a failure, in which case it won't be the last one.
Yes.
On an 18, yeah, it's close enough. You manage to pull yourself like back from the brink. You see the shining white light. You hear my sultry tones beckoning you towards, and you hear the screams of chat bringing you back as you're dragged back, and yeah, boom.
And then I immediately
Paul, you
cast.
better heal yourself. You don't look so good.
I am immediately casting Cure Wounds on myself.
You awake to the sound of, what? What? What?
What?
What?
What? So while we're saying that initiative sort of going, I shoot the stunned robot with my crossbow.
Roll me an insight before you do so.
Oh, okay. Boy, he is. I am sharp today.
On a 17, you see it turn. You see like no hostility in it. It doesn't advance towards you. Just stands there.
Oh.
It doesn't seem at all like aggressive or anything. It just looks vacant.
I'm gonna cure myself again, by the way.
I think her robot is broke. Hey, smart boy. Onyx, smart boy.
What?
What?
Is that
Sorry, we're taking
This is still
this.
going back and forth.
is that robot dead? It
Sure.
ain't moving.
Okay. It looks like it.
What happened? What's going on? Where are the cinnamon buns?
They're trying to kill people for cinnamon buns.
What?
I mean, they're
killing.
What?
They're good, but this is a little out of hand.
Lady, what's so special about these cinnamon
Go for
buns?
it, big guy pie.
Sorry, are you asking the lady that?
Good guy, go ahead and post that. Yeah, he says, what's so special about these cinnamon buns?
They're good and all. I mean,
Good guy.
I brought extra. Would that make you feel better? Maybe not kill us?
Okay, so viewer decision is live, so let's find out what this is actually all about. So we have suggestions. The squirrels have a hostile takeover of the bakery in order to get all the bread pudding. If that's what it's all been about, potentially, is bread pudding. Zachary is actually a wizard, and his ingredients are cleverly disguised spells. Zachary being the baker, whose bakery burnt down. He are actually being used to find the deeds to the bakery, as the evil baker wants to run all the bakeries. Okay. Oh shit. Yeah. Well, okay, I think I get that. And Zachary is a mastermind tinkerer, and he is devising a massive steampunk weapon. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And. Yeah, get voting, guys, because we want to get this in the next 5 minutes max. And yeah, just for like the next moment, like she's just a bit too out of it. Like she's bleeding and she's like coughing and doing other things that adhere her ability to convey the rest of the plot to you, because it's still being voted on in her head. She's got an earpiece and she's just like, I need a plot, guys. And it's just like everyone in the conference room is just arguing. It's currently a 33. Everyone is perfectly matched.
Yeah.
All of
Her
them
name
have
is actually Lydia Strawpole.
You have
It
a
is.
hung straw pole.
There was a fire earlier?
Nope.
That was
just in his head.
Yeah, no. So basically, Zachary. No, not Zachary.
No, there was one initially.
Yeah, there was initially a fire, but now Bartholomew is.
He's seeing smoke
He
everywhere.
sees smoke everywhere. His hand is flat as a pancake, even though it isn't.
Okay, but we
and
see nothing.
You see nothing.
Okay.
You also don't see the squirrel looking down
No.
from the.
I'm gonna use my prestidigitation to light the fire again, just to have some light.
Oh, the fire, the campfire.
The campfire, yeah.
Indeed, yeah. It lights up, and you do that shit, and let's see. Cool.
So, did someone bring some tea, and we can just discuss this like civilized people over cinnamon buns and tea to figure out what we do next?
I start digging in my squashed backpack.
No, don't mention the C word. They get real stabby.
I get so stabby. You mentioned cinnamon buns, and they're all triggered, and they just start.
These have got some lint and stuff on them, but I don't care if you don't kill us.
You see one of these, the surviving mechanical guard. Like, it's clearly mechanical. Like, all its skin has melted off from that fire. But he walks over towards you. He's still got a sword in his hand, which it then sheaths, and it just stands looking at everyone. Doesn't say anything.
I offer him a cinnamon bun.
He
You can
takes
roll like cinnamon buns.
He takes it. He opens his jaw. He like just mashes it and like bits of cinnamon bun and just pouring out and like.
I
it's
kind of
like-
catch the crumbs because we don't want to waste.
Yeah, cool. There's no saliva or anything, so it's just catching. But like.
Oh, because I got a big hand to hold it all in.
So like you see him holding out his hand and like it's just everything's like missing it and falling on the floor. But to him, he's got this huge plate that all the cinnamon buns crumbs are falling on.
See, I told you wild magic comes in handy.
Indeed, always.
It really does.
Comes in handy. Great pun, Peter.
Right. Okay, so we're going to we'll bring in the straw
It's a
poll.
knee slapper.
You hear a coughing from Onyx. You hear a coughing from this lady, and she's just like, "It was never about the cinnamon buns. It was about all of his baked goods. Don't you understand? He's been experimenting on all of you."
Yeah, he made cinnamon buns. He had flaky biscuits. There was the cookies. There was eclairs. They were
He
all
made churros.
delicious. And the churros.
Yeah, and those little cakes with strawberries on them.
The strawberry upside down cakes.
She
Oh, yeah.
looks over towards.
Yeah, the raspberry upside down pineapple thing I tried once. Delicious. And the gingerbread, don't forget that whole ginger thing that was going on.
Yeah.
I
What
think
could possibly be wrong with those things?
She looks over. She sees that some of you guys are eating these things.
Just icing all over her face.
Yeah. She says,
I still got a little bit of beer left. It's all backwash, but it's okay.
"That's good. That's good. It's all small." He says, she just says, "You clearly didn't know. Have you ever wondered why nobody ever leaves the town?"
Are you also a baker?
She shakes her head and she says, "I'm not a baker. I'm from the Federal Baking Investigation Service."
The FBI.
She nods.
She is from the gosh darn FBI, folks. This is serious business. What have we gotten ourselves into?
She holds up a badge. It says Scullery. She says, I already lost my friend Moldy to this
Poor
to the
Moldy.
maniac."
Dear Moldy, we knew you well.
No, I'm laughing too hard to think.
And on that, you hear a dark, deep chuckling as from behind you emerges a large, rotund man wearing a chef's hat,
I'm
wielding
wearing that.
wielding a rolling pin in one hand and a meat cleaver in the other hand. And he says, you have discovered my plan.
Hi, Zachary!
Why, Zachary? Why?
He says, because now I have ultimate control. You've all consumed so many of my pastries. I can do anything I want. Watch this. Make me a whiz save, Jay, for Bartholomew. On an 8, Bartholomew is polymorphed into a squirrel. As it turns out, Zachary's pastries were all an elaborate ruse. They are all very well hidden spells, so he can control the entire town. You called it, chat. You saw straight through it.
Praise chat.
Praise chat.
That's
Okay.
terrifying.
My southern squirrel was.
I talked to him.
I told you those squirrels were a problem.
You will see. You will now see. Roll me. I'm going to say. Yeah. Only Bartholomew you'll hear this. You hear this in a voice. Just as you've fallen as well, and you look up and see the other squirrel, the one that had come in with suction cups. And he nods to you.
The rogue squirrel.
Yeah. And you, like, from the point where she's dying on the floor, she looks up and she's just like, I knew you'd return. Moldy.
It's moldy.
Moldy has been polymorphed into a... He got too close. He got too close to the plot. You know, he was on the cusp of unraveling this shit. He was going to blow this shit wide open. And Zachary got to him first. And now poor Moldy is a squirrel.
Well,
What do you guys do?
So we don't see any of that. We just see him turn into a squirrel, right?
Yeah, you just see him turn into a squirrel. What do you do?
So Onyx looks back and forth to the lady, and then to Zachary, and then to the squirrel, and then to Parlay, and says, "He was the squirrel the whole time." Zachary, why'd you burn your house down?
He shakes his head and says, I was trying a new spell.
Oh,
It
neat.
was, yes. Well, sort of, but,
Fireball pie.
unfortunately... No, it was going to be burning hands, but I forgot to remove it without oven gloves from the oven.
Oh,
And you know, you can guess the rest.
so why were you packed to leave?
Well, you see, I was going to sell it all to, well, you know how that paper you found was damaged. Because somehow he knows. He says, you misunderstood. Didn't actually say eye in the sky. It was pie in the sky. The largest conglomerate baking consumer company that ever existed. I was going to sell them all this. Pastries that could control the world, and you ruined it for me.
It's diabolical, I tell you.
And now for that you must die.
wait,
You
wait.
are the meanest person I have ever met. I've been so nice to you, and this is what I get in return. Vicious mockery.
Everyone roll the initiative as it comes to... Oh my god, that's the worst.
Well, she's too upset to come up with any really good insults, so...
You're a jerk.
Oh, and that one.
I can't believe how many net ones are.
Sometimes the stories just write themselves.
It's only 1 damage, too. That's the best
It's
part.
1 damage.
You know what? On a nat 1, like, it gets to it.
He rethinks his life choices.
He's just like,
That would be nice.
roll me a persuasion.
Not 20. Come on, you gotta let that advantage. She's got advantage.
No, I used it for my death
Oh,
save.
you-
Right,
you
yeah.
said-
That would be
I tell you
damage.
what, someone support her and maybe.
I have a what a. Speaking of supporting, what do subscribers
Stand by,
get,
dude.
Josh?
Huh?
What do subscribers get when they subscribe?
Subscribers, they get loads of cool things, including a free Wild Magic Surge, or you can give net 1s, net 20s, you can give advantage and inspiration to players once a month. Just
So you're saying that because I'm a subscriber, I can just give a advantage right now to Madfish? Because that's what I just did.
okay, I will allow. You can't give yourself inspiration, but you can give it to other party members.
You know what else you can do? You can raise your dongers because Tallswell just subscribed. You are the most gentlemanly of scholars.
Save that for the right moment.
Beautiful, beautiful. So on that 20, he looks at you. He looks deep into your eyes, Parley, and he just says, "I haven't got long. Madness. It'll return. I can't think straight. You must help me. I'm not... You know me. I'm not this monster that... You know what you have to do." And then, like, he shudders, and he looks back up, and you know what? He just, like, you see dough just start to leach up his face, and it's just like, please, please.
Oh,
He is going to transform in front of your very eyes, for it turns out he was a were-gingerbread man the entire time.
He's a were
And he
ginger.
roars an almighty roar.
I'm doing the classic no, because my friend has been killed, taken over by this terrible, terrible curse.
Indeed. What do you do? Everyone, we've got initiative. Do we have initiative?
No idea what initiative.
Yeah, give me some initiative. So I've got a 5 for... Actually, everyone can re-roll for 3 out some stuff. Let's roll for the word you've got now. Oh, damn! That re-roll, though. That one. Oh my god.
The story's right themselves.
These stories write themselves. You're absolutely right. So cool. Let me just add the wedge in the bread man. Cool. So we have the wedge in the bread man on that one, and Onyx is on a 21 down as we come to the end. 7, but still going before him is Parley. Because he rolled on that one. It's terrible. It's just the worst. But finally on the 20, damn, you guys pretty solid rolls. So up first is Onyx. I believe. What do you do? You're about 30 feet away at this point.
Yeah, so he's gonna dash. He's gonna use his cunning action to dash. He's gonna dash right to the fire, grab one of the logs quickly out of it, and he's gonna shout, "If you couldn't handle the heat, you should have stayed out of the kitchen!" And then throw a flaming log at the dough man.
Nice.
Roll me a athletics check to just chuck this flaming log at him.
Oh, that's bad. Can it be acrobatics or dex? Can it be a range attack?
Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you.
19.
19, cool. Yeah, so you managed to swing this thing. I'm going to say roll me some damage. It's going to be 1d6 plus 5.
So here we go. I'll just do this. So that's 1d6 plus 3, so plus 2 more, so 10 damage. 10 flaming log damage.
10 flaming log damage as it hammers into him, and he staggers backwards. It doesn't the concept see the touches. On a 15, he's not on fire. He's singed. One of the gumdrop buttons falls. He looks angry.
Not my gumdrop buttons!
Bartholomew, you're up next. There is a were-gingerbread man in front of you, roaring and raging as fire smashes into him. What do you do?
Bippity boppity booyah. Let's go, Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray, 17.
Gonna cook some gingerbread, boys.
17 hits perfectly for... Oh, I don't know. I rolled as well. Yeah, so for 6 damage,
I get 3 rays.
indeed, keep 19 hits,
And one more.
10 damage.
20
hits. Damn.
with another 9.
Damn, so that's 19 damage as it just bursts into him. He catches.
Be gone, you foul ginger cursed being, you!
Yeah, no, he definitely catches. In fact, he catches badly. He's going to take an additional.
You are not welcome here. Go back to where you came from, you ginger beast thing, you.
You ginger.
Oh, how delicious though is your cooking.
So yeah, Parlay, make me.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh,
Wow, magic, boys. Oh,
indeed.
no fun this time.
No fun. No fun.
All right. So it's my turn.
Indeed.
I am gonna be very sad that my poor friend has been cursed. So, but I want to end it quickly.
You do.
So
indeed.
I'm going to cast Shadow.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh no!
oh
You
dear.
make some delicious crumbs though.
Yeah, those squirrels better be ready because they're going to be eating good.
I guess my scorching ray came from my squirrely form.
Oh damn. Okay. So on an 11 he fails because he's on fire, so he's already sort of like pretty burnt up. But yeah. Describe the scene real quick, Madfish, as we come to an end here, and certainly Zachary comes to an end here, as the were gingerbread form starts to vibrate slightly. Tell me how you decimate your friend with Shatter.
She looks really upset because she doesn't want to have to do this, so she wants to end it quickly, so she kind of throws her hands out, and she's not really looking. She's just kind of hoping and trying to just make him break apart as fast as she can, just to get it over with.
From behind, you just hear the lady dying on the floor as the last of her life starts to leave her. She just says, "And that's the way the cookie." And Zachary
it's gonna heal.
detonates.
Nice. That was awesome.
So can I heal the lady now?
She's dead.
Oh,
No.
dang.
Yeah, she's dead. And
It kind of walks around, kind of picking up crumbs.
there are so many crumbs. It's hard to
And
make
the
it
crumbs.
with all of the
I
smoke.
do like them.
Yeah, indeed.
Spreading a chunk of
Oh,
Zachary.
don't touch those gumdrops. They are really hot. They will burn you.
This is true. This is entirely true. So, as
Too
the
late.
party is going to try and collect enough to sort of like probably try and keep enough of Zachary's corpse away from Bartholomew to have enough to bury him or do something, or maybe you're just going to eat him. Who knows? Who knows? But we come to an end here of Cluedo, the murder mystery involving a bakery. With all the bread puns and all the bakery puns.
That didn't actually involve any murders
Yeah,
until we killed
it did.
people.
Well, Zachary at the end.
It did. It did
Until we
involve
killed
murder.
people, yeah.
It was you.
Until we killed the guy who was already dead.
So like an old radio show, it's Cluedo or As the Plot Crumbles. Is the name of the show.
Oh god, right, so
Plot and crumble. Definitely crumble.
Oh, come on. I thought it rose nicely like
Oh,
a
God.
play.
I can't even. Right, well, on that
Yeah,
final,
how do you end that?
yeah, I can't even focus. It's just too warm in here. It's like an oven in here. Okay, right. So as we finish up, thoughts, feelings, emotions, flavors.
That was a delicious pie.
It
That
was.
was
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad
got
you-
me right in the feels.
right in the feels.
I can't think of a better way to spend your afternoon.
Oh god, there was a pun in there somewhere. I just can't quite roll and pin it down.
Uh,
I'm not even trying anymore. Okay. I mean, things didn't entirely go to plan, but we muddled our way through. It was a bit of a mix-up, but
Yeah. Well, you were bready with all that, all those good ideas.
I was indeed ready.
The viewer decision was really the icing on the cake.
Okay.
Oh, and I have a magic hat.
Oh my god, could you fondant, please?
Okay, right. I think that's it. I think we've hit our
That's it.
quota.
That's it, guys.
That's it.
Yeah.
So if you guys like what you saw today, go ahead and click that follow button as I steal Josh's entire job. If you want to support the stream forever, click that subscribe button. You guys earn all kinds of cool stuff like that. Come join these guys in the tavern for their Discord. I think Josh runs that as well. Josh and Beth team up to try to kill you guys on a regular basis. If you guys want to come play with these guys, every Thursday they do a viewer game where you guys can join in. You guys can check that out on the blog. And once a month they do a 24-hour stream with all the viewers as guests and DMs. So definitely check that out and pay attention to the Twitter at EncounterRP on Twitter.
Indeed. I do have some hot exclusives fresh out of the oven to drop for you, though, real quick. So, I'm not even sure we're supposed to be talking about this. Has Will spoken to you, Jay or Mike, about talking about this?
Not about talking about it, but I mean, it's going to be next Monday anyway, so I figure why not?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah. No. I'll be. That's why I was here this Monday.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm gonna go ahead and call Will out on something that's coming. There is a new campaign coming on Monday. Couldn't do it today, unfortunately, because Will is 10,000 feet up in the air. Hopefully he's still, or maybe he's not. In which case,
We're going Will higher.
Either way, hopefully he descended slowly.
yeah, slowly, slow descent. Yeah. So yeah, we'll be back along with me, Mike, Finbar, hopefully, and Jay. Will all be returning. We are going to be playing the Samurai Sigil, which is a 5e high fantasy, deep Eastern mystery samurai epic campaign, which is going to be so good. And Will is super stoked about this. I've had many conversations with him about it. He just loves the culture and everything about it. And if you guys ever watched any of Into the Night World, he played Seto Sashawan, who was just brilliant the whole way through. He became like an armored zombie Hulk. It was a lot of fun. So you guys should definitely come back and check that out. I will be back tomorrow night for Lost Mines of Fandelver. We have a dragon to fight for the second time. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna kill it. Venom Fang going down. In fact, thank you very much, Manfish. But more importantly, if you guys want to, check out all the stuff below. Check out all the ways you can follow us on YouTube and watch previous videos, and check out the tavern. And I know Madfish will be there in the tavern. And speaking of which, Madfish, do you do anything else on the internet?
I have a little online store on Etsy called the Madfish Market.
Cool.
So you can look that up, madfishmarket@etsy.com. And there'll be some dice bags up there soon.
Loving it.
Sweet.
Loving it. Jay, do you do things on the... I know you do things with us on the internet, but do you do other things?
No, mainly do stuff here. Actually, I'm currently working on a campaign, which might or might not, depending on how some playtesting goes, be appearing here or later in the year or beginning of next year. But Will and I are talking about possibly bringing a critter campaign that I'm sort of working on that is getting less and less crittery and more crazy as it goes along. But had a great time today. Didn't know quite what to expect. Like I said, I've never played my Wild Sorcerer, but he was kind of a trip. I'd love to bring him back sometime for another camp.
Definitely.
He was fun.
Mike, you do things on the internet.
I do things. As I said before, I do the same shit these guys do, just the more American way. So if you guys want to check that out, usually we stream after these guys. Our time slot's usually 7 to 10, so it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So if you guys want to check us out, feel free to come over to Unmade Gaming on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Check all that stuff out. And Tall Squall, just so you know, whenever there is a game run by Josh and played by me, if he doesn't have a plot, I derail the plot or chat derails the plot. So it's random to expect every time. You have no
Indeed.
idea.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to see more of Mike doing crazy stuff, don't forget, this Saturday, don't have plans? Of course you don't have plans. You're here. Look at us. We're all sat here. None of us have watched. No, I'm sure you do. I'm sure they're lovely. But more importantly, why would you want to be anywhere else? I tell you where you might want to be on Saturday, and that would be over on Anime Gaming's channel, where they're doing a 12-hour stream, and it's going to be super hype. And unfortunately, I can't make this one, but I made the last one, I think.
Yep.
I can't remember. And I will be making October, hopefully, pretty sure.
Yeah, so from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern on Saturday the 17th, we are doing a 12-hour stream because we hit 300 followers last month. So, yeah, come check that out. And if you guys want to play, hit me up on the Twitters. So.
Absolutely. So I guess that kind of brings everything to a well done conclusion. Thank you all for coming along, for dealing with it and making it what it was.
We just try to roll with it.
Oh God, no, it's done. From all of us here at Encounter Roleplay, try not to buy pastries from a man who's secretly experimenting on you by hiding spells in the pastry batter and various other things, because you never know what you're eating. Yeah, and you could be what you're eating, and you don't know what that is. And words and things and stuff, and other things that Will would say in this position, because he's much better at this than I am. Try not to completely misunderstand what the plot was all about, and ignore the fact that I created an idea which I'm going to recycle, because you didn't even scratch the surface of it. And most importantly, try not to roll as many nat ones as I rolled tonight, because we want to be there laughing when you do. From everyone here, good night.
Bye bye.